internet people. Hey. Hi. How's it going, Beepner? How's it going? System of Ows. How's it going? Fresno, how's it going? Raven, how's it going? Jetstorm. It's been a while. Hey, how's it going, Zim? Look at this. Look at all the people. So many people. And they all go hand in hand through their park life. Hope everybody's doing. Look, we got Mari. We got Taylor. Taylor. I hope Taylor comes on. I hope Taylor comes on. How's everybody doing? It has been a while since we have been together. Been a while. But first of all, we gotta go. Boom. Good pals, fellow streamers, fellow cool people. Please, everybody, follow Mari. And also, everybody, please, follow Beepner. Oh, you just realized the Lane laptop? Yep. Love me some Serial Experiments Lane. Look at all these people. All these people stream, and you would do well. You would do well to follow all of them. Just good people. Good people. So many. I'm probably going to miss, but we'll try to get everybody here. We'll try to get everybody. But hey, yeah, it's been a while since we have been together. When we were last together, I think we finished Corpse Factory. And then we did Franken the next weekend. And then I disappeared for a week because the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative came out. And I wanted to play that. And yeah, that game's real good. It'll probably, I imagine that game will come up a few times in chat tonight. Just because I know a lot of people are playing it or have played it. But yeah, I took a week off to play that video game and was very, very happy. And then I was going to come back to streaming, and then I got bronchitis, and it feels real good. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now, is I spent the last week after finishing Nirvana Initiative feeling like garbage, feeling like, hey, it feels weird to breathe for some reason. And it was like, oh no, it's not the COVID, is it? It's not the COVID. Please don't be the COVID. And I took 3 COVID tests over the course of the week, and it was just, holy crap, it's a lot. So then I finally went to the emergency room yesterday, and they were like, yeah, you just got bronchitis. It's fine. But it's starting to clear up. So I may get a little hoarse tonight. May turn into a horse. But hey, something else also happened throughout that course of time. A lot of you know our good pal, Snoozy. It's our dude. Snooze imbued me with some new emotive fluff. So now, if we're playing a video game and something sad happens, oh no, things are sad now. It gets sad. I can get sad now. So now I got all kinds of new emotive fluff. Isn't that great? How fantastic is that? So thanks again to our good pal Sheikah Snooze. He was watching the Corpse Factory VODs and was like, hey, isn't it kind of weird that you can't frown when things get sad? And I always thought it was pretty funny, actually, to only be able to smile. But now I can sad. I can get big sag. So, y'all know the deal of what's going on tonight, right? We are gathered here tonight on a night of friendship to hang out with some pals. We have an open voice channel in the Discord called StreamStram. And if you're not a member, you can join there. We have an open Discord call there, and you can join. John Fire! How's it going? We have an open voice call that you can join there. It's called StreamStram. And I'm going to unmute myself in there now and turn everything on, and we're gonna just be able to hear everybody now. So let's go. Who is in here?
Hello.
Hey!
It's Taylor.
Hey! Got something to say to you, Taylor. I want the chat to join me. I would like the chat to join me in wishing our good pal Taylor a very happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
I know that when we were talking because we have a chat with our good pal Psychic Heist who works on the We Like Bad Music Only podcast with it. You were mentioning something about like things were kind of sad for your birthday, unfortunately, like everybody forgot or something.
Nah, it turned out all right.
Oh, it did. I'm so happy to hear that because I felt so bad that no, you don't need to spend your birthday alone and everybody being out of town. That gave me a big sad. I was like, do I have to fly over there and just hang? But it wouldn't have done me any good because I would have had bronchitis and I'd have been running around your house the whole time. Taylor, I'm dying. Taylor, I think I'm dying. My lungs don't work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'd have been dying just in a different location.
Oh, yeah. That's how that goes. But how did the birthday treat you? Did anything cool happen with the old birthday, or was it just kind of one of those ones that was a little more eventless than usual?
Well, my birthday falling on a Thursday meant I had to work.
Always a bummer, right? Like mine is on a Monday this year, so great. It's like Mondays and Sundays are probably the two worst days to have a birthday.
Yeah. Now, I ended up celebrating in a certain way last night because some friends of mine played a gig that
nice.
I didn't know about until the day it happened, so I thought, fuck it. I'll do that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And thanks Grem, Zim, Zellos, and John in the chat for all the birthday wishes, and whoever Violet House Kid is.
Violet House Kid, welcome. Hi. Hey. Sorry I did not say hi to you. I did not see your name scroll up very quickly, so sorry about that. But hey, welcome. Hope you're doing well. John is giving you extra birthday wishes because John wishes to be more special than everybody else. He's of course, John needs his attention. So,
Well, while I'm here, happy extra birthday wishes, Taylor.
Well,
Thanks,
else
Fresno.
is there? Look at that. It's Freezing Inferno. Is that Freezing Inferno in my voice call?
Why, I do believe it is. Hello.
Okay, there. I had to make sure that that's what it said. Freezing Inferno, I do believe it is. I actually completely misspelled your name once again.
Freezing.
Inferno.
I'm not changing it. I am putting my little plushy stump down. Not changing it. Fuck it.
No, beautiful. This reminds me of a time, like, it was at least a decade ago, I had, like, an imposter on Steam.
Oh,
and they called themselves Frenzo? Frenzo.
Yeah, I remember that. I actually remember it. God, that throws me back. I haven't even started drinking yet, and I've made that typo. But I think, you know what, we'll go ahead and get the first celebratory shot going. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's a throwback to the last time I was on here where I called myself that blue-haired bitch to beat
that blue-haired, yeah. That's gonna just be your thing from now on. Is I'm probably gonna misspell your name, and then you're always gonna get a dumb tag afterward.
I mean, I love it. I mean, you gave me the whole wiener thing.
Yeah,
too.
like I gave you the what? I gave you the what? Don't go fucking putting my wiener in your mouth. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is a PG-13
This is
stream.
a PG-13. What do you think? Like Polly the PG-13 plushie. That's literally my whole thing.
Polly the PG-13 plushie.
Literally, nobody has ever said that in my life. Has Grims known us this long and not know about the wiener thing?
You come up with the best running gags for me.
Okay, the running gag is Fresno reviewed a game for my site called Worm. I think it was during one of our Nintendo NES week things. I can't remember if it was during that.
It was like a month of reviews, a month of articles. I think,
yeah,
like
yeah. We did 31 days, 31 updates. Man, that was a long time ago. And he wrote a review for a game called Worm on the NES. And when I was doing the front page blurbs, when you're doing 31 days of blurb writing for the front page of everything that you're putting up every day, you just kind of start going a little insane after a while.
I mean,
and when I got to that particular review, I just started making it all about wieners for some reason. And that just stuck ever since like 2008, 2007. So
Yeah.
Fresno's just been the wiener person ever since. Like,
I mean, I've done Halloween blog stuff where I talk about spooky movie every month, every day of October, and it's like, and once you get like halfway, your brain just goes to mush.
Your brain turns into fucking mashed potatoes.
It's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Like, you can see that I completely just phone it in, even on like blurbs for the front page these days for like podcasts and stuff, because it's just like, man, like nobody reads this shit. You're just going for the download anyway, so.
Might as well have fun with it.
If I was still doing like, reviews and stuff, I would obviously put more time into that stuff. But since it's basically all boilerplate, it's just like, and on this episode, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't need to be super fancy with it, I don't think.
Yeah.
So how's life in the wiener zone?
That's pretty good. I've been watching Scott Bakula do his thing.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you're watching Quantum Leap.
It's a nice show.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
It can get a little heavy.
I think that's something that like maybe you didn't expect going in, because I feel that the way that a lot of people talk about that show seems a little memey. But yeah, it's actually it's got some pretty decent stuff in there.
Like, there's definitely some real like social justice stuff going on there.
Absolutely.
But I mean, through the lens of 1989 too, you're like, oh boy, that's might not. It's a little prickly in places, let's say.
Maribel has went to the wiener zone. Fresno.
Well, that's something.
The best cow VTuber has joined you in the wiener zone.
Excellent. That's lovely, but yeah, I'm enjoying myself with that, and I mean, I've spent the last week playing the Monster Hunter expansion.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen a lot of people diving balls deep into Monster Hunter this week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm probably like stepping away from it now that I beat the main thing. It's just like, okay. But it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it sounds like people have like largely enjoyed it, which is great. I'm happy to hear that. Always like when people get things that they like, even if that's not my cup of tea. I'm always going to be very happy people get stuff they like. What have you been doing, Taylor?
Well, I've also been playing iNirvana, but I'm not quite finished with it yet.
Can we all agree that Tokiko Shigure is like literally the hottest character in that game?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I love Boss, but Boss is already like on a pedestal already. Like, so Tokiko, like, man, they just do really great older, strong female characters in both of those games. That just are really incredible. Just like Boss is incredible energy, as is Tokiko, but Tokiko's energy is on a whole different level.
Tokiko's energy is fresh and somewhat terrifying.
Yes. I want her to tell me about, the Manhattan Project. I want her to tell me about the Philadelphia experiment. That's my, like, when she gives you the hand gesture and starts to talk pseudoscience, when she gives you that look, that's when you know it's on.
The Tunguska event I'm expecting to come up in a different route.
So what are you thinking of the game so far, though? How are you feeling like with that game, sort of like maybe a little bit compared to the original? Like, are you kind of having them same feels?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that deep into it to start making the compare and contrast level type stuff, but I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm hitting like the different route endings yet, except for one. Except for one.
Oh, okay. And we won't say what that is because this game literally just came out like 2 weeks ago, and it only just came out in Europe yesterday. So we were trying to not say a lot, but yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, this particular ending, I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
That's the best kind of Uchikoshi shit, though, right? Like when Uchikoshi's just putting all this shit in front of you, and it's in plain sight, and when it happens, you're still just like, motherfucker.
Whoa.
That's how I always feel about Uchikoshi's game, is that he hides things so brilliantly in plain sight. So that when they, even when you guess, 1 or 2 things, there's still, 5 or 6 other things. They're just like, motherfucker.
I will say one of the Somnia was grating on me a little bit because there's, a puzzle you have to solve, and I felt like you had to do the whole damn thing perfectly to actually have enough time in the end.
Oh, I know. Does it involve ascending and descending?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I had to do that one 2 or 3 times to get it right. Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. That when you both times that I failed it, I got right to the end and was 3 or 4 inches away from touching the thing that you need to touch the end of Somnium. And it was like, mother.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You maybe you don't have to be perfect, but there's a low margin for wasting your time in that one.
Yeah. Good shit, though. I have the Somnium Files. If you've not played that and you want, a super solid VN that's just hilarious and, full of drama and got real great production values, too. Yeah, that first game still really, really, really holds up.
Oh, it goes places.
Yeah. That's one of the most fun times I've ever had streaming. Was streaming that first game completely blind and everybody coming along for the ride. That was a good time.
I am finished with the Sunbreak now, pretty much. So I've got an open slot. All I have to do really is swap the game in, and then swap in the Quantum League Blu-ray.
There you go.
That's the only minor inconvenience I have to do to play the Tommy game.
Yeah. What are you waiting for? It's right there. You just do it. You were
literally
DMing me a year ago. Hey, look what I'm doing.
Look on. Oh my god. I'm a big procrastinator.
See, I'm weird. When I start a video game, I maybe even to the game's detriment, sometimes I don't stop. So sometimes if I'm not feeling a game, I'll still try to push myself through it. And I think that, it's something I've learned to get over the last couple of years. It's just if I ain't feeling it right now, maybe don't play it.
I kind of, with stuff like this, I kind of restrict myself to playing it on the weekends.
Yeah, give it your full attention. If you want to binge the whole thing, you have that option. That wasn't the option for me though. I was just literally no. I waited 2 years for this thing.
Other ways.
I went through so much drama to make sure that I got my special edition. We're playing this the second. I had so much of a journey toward getting that game in my hands. Even when it was in transit to me, I kept waiting to be they're still going to just send me the regular edition. If they do, there's going to be a fucking crater in my front yard where the mailman handed it to me.
Wasn't that entire shipping a shit show for multiple people?
Oh my god, it was terrible. Yeah, Amazon for some reason back in May just canceled a bunch of people's pre-orders. So then they jumped to GameStop to get their pre-orders. But GameStop is we can't accommodate all these. So the week the game's coming out, 4 days, it's oh great, GameStop is starting to cancel pre-orders. Guess where I had mine. That was a nail biter of a week because I was not relieved until the damn game was in my hands.
Oh yeah.
Cool. What else have we been up to? Anything else you want to talk about before we bring in another gaggle of gigglies? Gaggle of gigglies? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Gaggle of gigglies.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh god. No, I'm just looking at Twitter here and I see it popped up. There's a Super Battle Princess Madeline?
There is, but it's arcade only, and it's by those same fuckos that did the gimmick update, and you have to pay $1,500 for it.
The what?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they did a gimmick update. And it's like widescreen, like remix soundtrack. There, I'll link it in the chat.
Like Gimmick, Mr. Gimmick?
Yes,
the little
Mr.
guy,
Yeah, Mr. Gimmick. Yeah, this thing right here. Throwing it in the chat.
Okay, that game. Yeah, I remember. I know that game.
Yeah, it's like $1,000, and that's the only way you can get it. There's no other way to get it. It sounds like a real great way to preserve gaming history. But that's what's kind of happened to Super Battle Princess Madeline, is that it's I guess it's an exclusively Japanese arcade.
Dang. No, I never really played much of that game, which, is surprising considering it's a ghouls like.
It doesn't sound like most people that played it liked it. I watched a couple of people stream it when it was released, and it looked.
Tried it a few times. I kind of bounced off it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. I mean, but then again, I bounced off of most of them. I think the ghouls like I liked the most was the cursed still Castellita.
Maldita Castilla.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that is
a good one. Yeah, but that dude makes fantastic games nonstop. Like that dude does not miss.
Oh,
Loco Molito?
Super Hydra.
Yeah, he did Super Hydra as well. Yeah,
Excellent.
Loco Molito is fucking awesome.
Because, I mean, like, I kind of bounced off Battle Princess Madeline. I really bounced off like Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection.
That game, yeah. No, I don't know a lot of people that like that game.
I did not agree with the design choice of that game.
I think you're not alone in that. I think a lot of people feel that that game not very good.
I know, I mean... Didn't these fuckos snag a few Cape shmups and C&D Mag? Jesus.
Oh, did they?
Yuck.
Did they? That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, these fuckos are like, if you do this to video games, you were an enemy. Like limited run games, enemy of gaming. Fuck limited run games.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, like.
There was a video that came out a while ago that was like a big essay about LGR, and it's like, wow, what the fuck?
It's just they claim that they preserve video games. Like they've had the balls to post that. It's like, no, you just mark it on fear of missing out, and that is literally it. There's nothing.
85%. Let's sell 85% to our fucking friends and what's the word I'm looking for?
I like the reason I placed a limited run order years ago when they started out, and I never got my order. And when everybody else I knew that had got that game received their order, I kept emailing them. They kept, we're gonna get on it. We'll get it out to you next week. And eventually they just stopped responding to my emails at all. Like, just like, oh, no, fuck you. It was the same thing as the Mighty No. 9 Kickstarter, where it's like, hey, you didn't send me my fucking game, even though it's a shitty game. Let me have my shitty game. And they just never did, so, yeah.
Yeah, in that video, it was like, if they said the person discovers something to the effect of, if you get your refund from Limited Run Games, they fucking blacklist you?
Yeah, they do.
What?
Yeah, like they blacklist. They operate on Japanese figure manufacturer rules where, like, if you make a pre-order and you cancel it, you're blacklisted. Like, you just can't order from them anymore.
Good lord.
Jeez.
Were they the ones where it was like, oh, you want a refund for this disc? Post a picture of your disc shattered in pieces.
Yeah, the only way you could get your a replacement for the game is you had to break your game first and then send them a picture of it, and then you might get your game again in 4 to 6 weeks.
What?
I wish I had fingers that I could throw up right now to flip off limited run games with.
That's the next
that's the next plushie
articulation.
Evolution. That's the next plushie evolution. Send us a pic of the bodies. Blacklist these nuts.
And you see, when you're shopping online, this is where a credit card comes in handy.
Yep. Charge that shit back.
You just call your credit card company and say, hey, I didn't make that purchase, and they don't even ask if that's true.
Nope, they just go with it. Like, yeah, okay.
They're like, yeah, whatever. We have trillions upon trillions of dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Limited run games. They're garbage. Yeah, there you go. Poly version 0.3, now with middle fingers. Yeah, that would be great.
Beautiful.
Version 0.4 with drumsticks.
There you go. Like, I should have drumsticks, given that I am a drummer, right? All right. Well, is there anything else you two wanna blabber yammer about? Before we drag some other unsuspecting, unfortunate souls in.
No, I'm starting Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oh yeah, I was seeing you mentioned a little bit about that. Yeah,
it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is, of all the Star Treks that there are from like the pre-streaming days, I've seen the least of this one.
How you liking that?
It's not bad. It starts off much better than Next Generation started for the most part. Although
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine looks super cheap.
Yeah, like I'm in the weird minority where like I kind of like early TNG when it's not unrepentantly offensive.
Oh yeah. It's
There's some shit that I cannot defend.
Those first 2 seasons are rough.
But there's also some really like gonzo bullshit that I really vibe with when it's not being utterly offensive. For me, I've been watching just randomly as I have dinner, just a little comfort food thing. Voyager.
Oh,
which is interesting.
I never got around to Voyager. I think
I've caught some Voyager in syndication, but
I had checked out by that point. I think my dad watched it.
It's fine.
But I'd already checked out by that point.
I could definitely see shades of what they would later do with Enterprise, which is another show I watched, which kind of put me to back to the Quantum Leap.
Right.
I definitely have some lucky takes on it. Yelled about 2 years ago. That show, it's like 3 different shows. But yeah, that's face shit aside. I'm just kind of chilling out, watching the Quantum Leap, and I'm having a good time with that.
And then you're gonna go play the Somnium Files.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I have blunt objects to make sure that my wishes are granted.
Doesn't what's her name? The little girl in that game also have a tire iron?
Mm-hmm. She got a pipe.
Oh, she got a pipe.
She'll make you regret.
Ceci n'est pas un pipe.
Mizuki too strong. Please.
She's way too strong. Our little precious 12-year-old should not be this fucking strong. Literally bench pressing 220 pounds when you fucking first see her at home.
Beautiful.
Effortlessly.
Gotta throw some more bars on that. You need that progressive muscle overload, chick.
Yeah. If you have Game Pass, you can play the Somnium Files for free. Like the first game is free on there, so.
Yeah.
Oh, but Mass Effect. Ooh, I did that last year. You should play I instead.
Yeah, Mass Effect. Like I liked Mass Effect when I was playing it. But after I finished Mass Effect, did not give a single fuck. Have never heard the sirens call to come back.
Yeah, I played the first 2 games again last year, and I think I talked about that on like the end of the year stream we did.
So yeah, I remember that.
I played 2 like a decade ago, and it was fine. I never beat it. It was fine.
Yeah. Them's video games. What can you do? Well. Ooh. I appreciate the 2 of you stopping by. Again, Taylor, happy freaking birthday. I'm happy that it turned out so well.
Yes, I might go fire up the pizza oven again.
Oh, there you go. And Fresno, of course, thank you as well for dropping by. It's always a pleasure.
Likewise.
All right, so we got a couple slots about to open up. As if there's anybody in chat that wants to come on and hasn't ever had a shot, you know, just call it out. Like say, hey, hold one for me. And we'll get. Oh, whoa. Oh, who's that?
We were real quick.
God damn! Like
Quick on the draw.
That was literally the two most frame perfect joins I think I've ever seen. Two people hop the fuck out, and those slots did not even empty. Like they just showed up and changed over to two different people. How does that happen?
Just right in there.
Just right in there. All right,
Frame
who we
perfect
got?
Perry.
Who we got with us? We got John. Who else?
My name is Raven, and I am a GM, hence the name.
That makes sense. I always wondered what a GM was, but when you separate it into individual letters, it makes a lot more sense.
Raven the Gum would be kind of cool, though. It could just be like a little, one of those blobby RPG monster things.
You could be a
There you go.
slime. You could be a slime. You know what? Don't let anybody tell you that you can't live your dreams. You can be an RPG slime if you want. I'm not gonna fucking hold you back.
I'm a little choked up. I know I know it's a joke, but it's
I thought you said you were a little coked up there for a second. I was like, yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
The only Coke is diet, and it's in the fridge. So.
All right. Yeah.
My brain was running at 100 miles an hour trying to think of anything else that GM could stand for, and all I could come up with was Grassmaster.
Grassmaster!
Which I said, and then I immediately realized it sounded like a weed thing.
I mean, that would be me right now if I wasn't drinking. But I don't.
That's the best kind of GM.
Yeah. I don't want to smoke right now because obvious bronchitis and.
Aww.
Don't want to.
Feeling any better?
You know what? I'm doing okay. I've been hoarse most of the day, so I'm surprised I actually have a voice right now. But lungs are feeling a little better. Not feeling quite as tight. Not feeling as awful. Don't feel like I'm gonna die.
That's a plus.
Yeah, but I think that was really what mostly bothered me throughout the week. Is and I could have just solved it if I had just gone to the ER and had some guy say, "Hey, yeah, you just got bronchitis." But instead, I sat around thinking, "God, am I dying? Is something wrong with my heart?" Don't ever go look up anything online. Ever. Because it's always gonna be heart attack, cancer, or cancer of heart attacks, or heart attack cancer. You have it all.
Got leprosy.
It's always cancer and heart attacks. If you go look up any symptoms for anything online.
And turned out it was bronchitis.
Never using WebMD again. Never. No.
Yeah.
Stay the hell away from WebMD. Stay away from Mayo Clinic because everything's cancer. There's a cancer for everything, and you fucking have it.
I think doctors pretty much agree with you.
And yes!
Please talk to us. Please just talk to us. We understand.
Yeah.
We won't tell you that it's cancer unless we really think that it's cancer.
Yeah. It's really nice. Yeah. Being alive is pretty good, though. I'm doing okay. I'm doing I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't feeling good enough to do it. So that's good. It's good. I'm probably still going to chill for the first couple days of the week. Make sure everything's gone because I have lost just a lot of energy over the past week and just kind of worrying about myself and obviously just kind of feeling awful because your lungs feel awful and it's just I'm taking a couple days to myself, I think. Once this is over. So yeah, we doing all right. How are you, John?
I'm doing great. Phantasy Star 4 is really good.
God damn, I love Phantasy Star 4.
The game's really good.
It is one of my favorite RPGs. It is so brisk. It is so well paced. It has the best RPG Maker energy.
Absolutely. Just playing something that is goes down in 5 days, completely smooth, having fun the whole time.
Yeah, an absolute.
Oh, I haven't had that arc in a while.
See, a lot of people, they get the Garberg Tower and they're like, "Oh, this is misery," because it's the longest dungeon in the game and it's the one I feel that has the most resistance to the player. But I think that dungeon is really good, despite the fact that I made Beepner play it when we did our Let's Play of it. I'm like, no,
I think the Sky Tower is really long. That's the one that's like kind of divided into the two parts.
Yeah, I did the Sky Tower, but I made him do Garberg.
Yeah, Castle. Yeah, I love them. I love that. I love that the dungeon started off like really straightforward. So the fact that they got a little bit tricky as they went, I was.
Yeah, it's very Chrono Trigger in that way, and that like the dungeons they get more involved, they get more advanced as you go, and it feels really nice.
Yep, feels very Chrono Trigger in a lot of ways, I would say.
Yeah, like somebody made
or
that.
Chrono Trigger feels very Phantasy Star.
Somebody made that observation earlier in the week, and I was like, yeah, like I just kind of marry those two games together in my brain because I got them at like the same time, basically.
Aw, yeah, they both came out in 1995 here.
Yeah. So it was like that was a real good summer because we got Chrono Trigger and Phantasy Star 4, and it was just like they were both $80 fucking a piece.
Awesome. Same year Suikoden came out, right? Three all-time greats.
Literally nobody cares about Suikoden. There isn't a single person on the planet that gives a single fuck about Suikoden. And if they say they do, they're lying. They just have nostalgia goggles on. If they go back and play it, they'll go, holy shit, what was I thinking? My taste as a child was absolutely miserable. Somebody should have smacked the sound out of my name.
Fuck, I just really liked Phantasy Star 4. The way it just flowed, the way that the extremely just crunchy battles and the great music and the way it just fucking moves, the nice kind of peaks where you beat Zeo, you fight Dark Force, and then we got a new adventure to like it's just like peak RPG.
It's very
for me.
It's very episode-y.
Yeah. It feels like little season finales, I think. That's what I really like in RPGs, because the worst for me is like when the whole thing is just like 50 hours. It's just slogging together, and there's no like peaks in my brain. Yeah. And this was definitely that, where it's like, okay, we oh shit, we've been fighting Zeo for 8 hours and we fucking killed them. Goddamn. Wait, there's still more? Oh god.
Yeah.
We fixed everything. Oh god, there's an explosion.
Oh no.
Right.
Does a good job of working things out, giving you stuff to do, never overwhelming you. You always got a good stopping point with Phantasy Star 4. That's sort of why I like when I streamed Chrono Trigger, which was like my first major streaming project. It's like that was easy to do because the game gives you so many easy places to just okay, I can stop here. That's an episode. You just feel like you're playing through like a nice little arc of anime episodes, and you get to the finale at the end, and it's like, yeah, there you go.
That was fucking awesome. Fuck yeah. It's just good. Like, I think good TV storytelling feels similar to me in a lot of ways to good RPG storytelling.
Sure.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
So, you like Xenosaga, says Yami Atoms. Yeah, Xenosaga has great story.
Pretty fucking good, it turns out.
Yeah, it's got great episodes. It's great at that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You still got
that first
2 of those games
so
left.
Happy. I'm so happy. Video games are great.
They're very good. They make you. They fulfill a special little place in your heart.
So I'm gonna have to finish another RPG and then try to not start another one feebly once again.
Yeah,
back in that hell.
Now that I finished
just wait.
I finished and I don't know what I want to get into. Like I don't fucking know. Like, you have to understand, Nirvana Initiative was kind of like the goal for me this year, and it just kind of feels like I did that. What even is the rest of this year? Because that is the game that I waited for this whole time.
Aw, that's funny.
Yeah.
Gotta play Xenoblade 2 just in time for Xenoblade 3.
I am gonna play Xenoblade 2, so that might be next on the list. We'll just have to see where I'm feeling.
Cool. Yeah, I'm perpetually like, okay, now let's like take a week and like watch movies or something. Just do some small things. Play some itch games. It's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
But the siren song of things that will absorb your life for 2 weeks is
I want to stream.
Grand.
There's an itch game I want to stream maybe this coming week. called Booster Blade.
Oh, that one's fun.
Yeah,
I like
that game looked really fun, and I was like, you know what? I bet that would go down real well. I just want to play that and get mad on stream. That probably would be a good idea.
Yeah, it made me want to kind of go back to it and do some levels again.
Oh, nice.
It's a student game, and a lot of the time, student games like feel a little funky to me because of it's sort of like a jam context, but a lot more focused on like this is my experience playing student games. I like a jam context, but a lot more focused on like really pretty visuals and polished mechanics. But then like the rest of it is very threadbare. And this felt like a full thing.
Yeah,
and that made me happy.
Yeah. I had that on my wish list, and I was like, I was gonna dive into that. I meant to dive into it before I came out, but I just got busy that week, and I just didn't have time. And then I happened, and then I got sick, so now I was just like, okay, well, we might put that on the schedule this week because that game.
There you go.
The game seems really, really fun.
My itch wish list has been like getting so close. I have like 4 things at the bottom that are like 3 or 4 hours long, so they've sat there for 2 or 3 years. And I'm just like, I've gotten so close to completely clearing it out. And then right when I got close, I added like 12 more games, and I'm putting it back down. I'm like, okay, chewing through them. Damn. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, like having a lot, like having a lot of video games on your playlist is not a bad thing. A lot of people like I hate the way they contextualize it. And making it sound like they've got this hard, arduous thing in front of them that they need to do, but it's just like, no, like this is a gold mine for you that you can mine at any time. Stop looking at it. Stop thinking of video games as work and checklists, people. Come on, games are fun.
Yeah, it turns out video games are great, and if you don't play a certain video game and then you die without ever having played it, it's fine.
You're gonna be okay.
Up. Nobody's arguing with you, John.
What, Raven?
Anxiety is arguing with you. I know you're right.
I've had games where I'm like, I have to play this before I die, and then I play it, and it's like, that was kind of bad, actually.
Yeah.
I guess it was fine.
500 video games you need to play before you die, and then they put Braid and they put Braid on the list for some reason.
Oh gosh, I tried Braid. Bad thoughts all around.
Yeah, Braid is.
I want to play the Witness parody.
Oh yeah, I want to play that too. Even though I've never played The Witness, but I want to play what is it, like The Walker or something? The Watcher.
The Looker.
The Looker.
It's The Looker.
Yeah, I want to play that. I will play that, but I will not play anything Jonathan Blow's ever had his dumb incel hands on.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can laugh at me. You can laugh at me calling Jonathan Blow an incel. It's fine.
Oh my god, there's plenty of reasons to laugh about Jay Blow.
Yeah.
10 million reasons. God. You know what my number one thing is?
What's that?
I just remember when he lectured Michael Bro on Twitter, telling him that, this Crypt game is pretty good, but if you made it longer and had more attractive graphics, you would attract a wider audience.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, you don't get to lecture, bro.
No, you don't get to.
Nobody gets to lecture, bro, but especially you don't.
Yeah.
Fucker. Know your place. Hey, Raven.
Well, me? Oh.
Wait. All right. I want to ask about you, but also I GM'd 2 games.
I am so
I'm really pleased about it.
Pumped because I know you mentioned you were like picking up books and stuff, but I guess I kind of missed it. I'm like, okay, well, how did that pan out? But oh my goodness, you want to?
It's really fun.
Yes.
Sure. I jammed a game of the Konosuba RPG, and we're doing another one next week. I'm really excited.
Sounds so adorable. So is it just, are you actually playing the Konosuba characters, or is it just kind of like an isekai world?
No, you make your own character. They have classes, so you can pick between a reincarnated person, a local individual, and a Crimson Magic Clan member. And those are the 3 races. And then you can pick between a bunch of different classes. It's very cute.
We
my
love
friends-
Konosuba around these parts. For people that don't know, we fucking love Konosuba.
I need to get into
Absolutely.
it.
It made me
my-
very the game is very cute. I'm really like it feels like a robust fantasy RPG to me. Like I have no context for what a robust fantasy TRPG is. It felt robust to me. Like they did all the things I remembered from D&D, where it's like, okay, here's your inventory, here's the shop, here's like your weight, a weight of different items, here's the how you get XP, all this stuff. Maribel in the chat.
Maribel did a Megumin cosplay at
Cosplay Megumin.
AX, and that is one of my dream cosplays as well.
Excellent. That's awesome. So yeah, it feels like a fun fantasy RPG, and then they just have this nice Konosuba flavor with the different classes, with the monsters. Like a basic monster is a cabbage.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yep.
But that's the sweet spot where you get like the rules that mesh with the theme somewhat, so that feels like a fantasy crunchy thing. That kind of seems like what Konosuba pulls from what I've absorbed via osmosis.
Yeah, it feels like it's got some crunch to it. Which is kind of what I was really hungry for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it was kind of.
I mean, you should have just went to Taco Bell. You want some crunch, you know? They got you. They got you covered.
Wrap.
They got you covered.
I was gonna say I need some friends who aren't just gonna try and be like the witch girl and just throw explosions at each other all the time. I've got other games if you like that, but
there is one section of the book that's called cheats, and it's a section of things that you have to ask the GM's permission to run with these because they kind of break the balance, and they're just like isekai cheats. Like you can get the return by death cheat from ReZero as a character feature.
That's
and they have
fantastic.
like downsides with them. Yep. They have one that basically lets you do like a Megumin type character. Like they let you fuck around that way too. And that's really fun.
Because of my experience, no one really wants their character to die, so the cheat death, it's kind of an unwritten rule in every game I've seen.
Cool.
Really sat down to.
So I'm just kind of figuring out the party balance and figuring out how to balance encounters and designing. I made a little dungeon. It's like I'm pleased as punch. So I'm excited. I want to make more dungeons.
My icy heart is melting a little bit. I mean, I don't know that you need me to hold your hand, but I would like gaze lovingly at
we can have a hug.
Oh, e-hug.
How
It's like tell me everything a little bit. Write up your actual play reports for me. I'm facetiously demanding.
Record your sessions.
What kind of game
record your session next time and send it to Raven.
We actually did record it.
Well, there you go.
Oh my goodness.
What game do you play? What games do you play generally, Raven?
I've been struggling to get a regular group together.
It's hard.
One thing I want to do, this is gonna sound like a joke. It's called Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
I've heard of this one.
Yes, it's okay. It kind of goes back to Powered by the Apocalypse, which is just like the system that it just ate so many indie RPGs because it's so flexible and open. But
it's the Monster of the Week one, right?
Oh yes, Monster of the Week. But here's my brush with greatness. 2019, last big con I was at, I was playing this other game called A Cozy Den. It's where you're a bunch of lesbian snakes or lesb snakes. And this person who was just okay, circling back around. But yes, you're a bunch of snakes because snakes den in winter, which is that's kind of the stereotypes that lesbians they all move into each other and they form like even one big lesbian house,
a big lesbian coven.
Yes, so it's kind of a game where you just decide, you know what, I'm going to do you want to just hang out with your roomies? Do you want to have sex with them? There's rules for this, and you roll the dice. You see, does someone get their feelings hurt, or does it actually go very well? And it's more of like a funny little let's just goof around.
This is beautiful.
Yes,
I'm looking at the arts.
it is quite lovely if you've got a group that just wants to chill. And I ran it at a convention, and one player was like, "I'm totally a cishet dude, but I see why that works with this theme because if some people are like straight and some people are gay and different genders, they might not hook up with each other. But if you're all kind of in the very, very broad, what it doesn't say that nobody can't be a lesbian. It's just if you're all kind of under that broad spectrum, then it kind of sets that up.
Sure.
I think it would still I think it would be a very fun role play thing. I appreciate the.
Wait, Maribel, why do you...
all jokes make me laugh.
Maribel wants to be reincarnated as a snake, but she's a cow. Why do you not want to be reincarnated as a cow?
We need to have the Maribel verse. We can have multiple Maribels.
Snake cow. Snake cow. Okay, we can make Snake Cow work because she's a big Metal Gear Solid fan.
Ooh.
I think I told you this, Raven. I did play. This kind of got the ball rolling. I played a one-page RPG called The Witch is Dead.
The Witch is Dead. Oh crap! I think I've heard.
I put a link in the chat. But it's you play as the woodland creature familiars of a witch. The players play as the woodland familiars of a witch who has been murdered, and you go to a village where the killer, the witch hunter, lives, and your goal is to kill the witch hunter. So because you are just normal woodland animals, you get like one spell each, and it's something very mundane, like create some writing in the air, something like very small, like make something move across the room a little bit, and then using it is dangerous. So you're basically role-playing as like tiny woodland creatures trying to kill a guy.
This is still my jam.
It gets very funny and very violent. And it just turned, and it was just a delight to play around the table. And we just went into like next to no preparation because of how it's built, and you can still just have a lot of fun on the fly.
It takes a certain mindset, but that's another beautiful thing is when you actually go from like the power fantasy where it's like, oh yes, I may be a humble barbarian, but I'm the strongest warrior in my village, and I will someday slay the zombie god. Like, no, sometimes it's better when you're just like one little thing. Like you're a mouse who can move something across the room a little bit with your mind.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's very choice.
Well,
one pages are great.
What got me on my rant was that after the Les Mistakes game, the person I played with, because this was totally just, they couldn't get into any other game, so we did it on our own, just in the convention, and they said, "Hey, you know what? I've got another pickup game in this hotel room," and I said, "Okay, sure." Turns out that was like the author of Thirsty Sword Lesbians was there. And I got to meet her.
Oh!
She is super awesome. And we just had a great time just fucking around as well, the thing about Thirsty Sword Lesbians is that even though it is a game of like battles, that's not what it's about, because you probably saw a big influence is Utna, Revolutionary Girl Utna.
Oh yeah, I can see that in the art.
And the thing is, when they are fighting, it's not really about the fight. It's about what does Utna learn about herself? What does she learn about this person trying to kill her? They kind of talk during it. That's the fight scenes. It's all about, that's actual move. It's like you can try to just say, I'm just going to fucking kill this person just because. Mm-hmm. But usually it's more like, what is their weakness, or how do I, what are they trying to get from me? And so, yeah, that's
motivations and the like. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, so it's a game about feelings, and there's suggestions for if you want to make it like a Star Wars-esque game. Your swords can be like lightsabers.
See, like now you got me. See, you take the fantasy setting out of things and you add a little bit of tech to it. Boom, you got me.
Oh, if you like tech,
found a one-page hack of lasers and feelings called Cyberpunk that I sent to Polly.
There you go.
That's, oh gosh, John, I didn't know you were so deep into this. I guess I missed the boat here, But Polly, if you want that, there is a game called Scum and Villainy, which is if you ever wanted to be like the Han Solo people in a Star Wars universe, you're like it's a used future. It's kind of a crap sack future, but you're not the good guys. You're the not so bad guys.
Yeah. See, I grew up with TTRPGs because a friend of mine made one. He made a spacefaring tabletop RPG called Quasar, and we played that all throughout high school. And we had this whole chronology of like a story that we had all kind of just built while we played this game that he made.
Coolest fucking friend.
Yeah, it was the coolest fucking thing. I was like, I wish, like, I tried to talk, like, please, like, dude, you've got to, like, bind the, you've got to put this into, like, a cool bound book or something that I can have, because this is such a big part of, like, me growing up from, like, 94 to 99. When we regularly, like, because like we did dabble in D&D and the like, but we for the most part played the game that he made, because like we had like these cool ships that we made and these characters and these storylines that we had just kind of like basically written as we played the game. And it was just, there was so much storytelling there, and I think that's sort of where I got a lot of my storytelling chops, was just from playing that game with my friend. Yeah, I wish
That's
he
fucking
would.
cool. I never knew that.
Yeah, I
Wish
wish.
he had been there.
I wish he would do something. I wish he would just fucking do something with that, and like, because he still got all the notebook shit, like all the stuff that we wrote down on pen and paper and like pencils and shit. He still has all that shit. And it's like, man, we need to put this like together somehow, and just to make sure that it's preserved, because like just you having that folder is the only like that is the only copy of this history we have of 5 fucking years.
A stack of Kickstarter donations for that guy.
There you
Tell him
go.
that.
Yeah, I will absolutely tell him. But yeah, that was one of the things like growing up, is like we refined that game over and over, just playing it. And just telling these stories in space, and it was just like, this is the coolest fucking thing, you know. Like when I met the guy, I was like, this is the dorkiest fucking thing. And then I started I remember like my ship was I don't know if you remember like Avon, but like they had these catalogs where, you know, you could buy like sorts of like moisturizer creams and stuff like that, and like my ship was based on like me putting this just dumb bottle his mom had like on a piece of paper and just drawing around it and adding wings and some guns to it. Like, that's my ship. It's called the Star Hustler. There you go.
Oh my goodness, baby!
That's so
It was
cool.
adorable.
And it's called the Star Hustler because it was the name of a show that aired on PBS that was about space.
Whoa! I'm learning so much today.
There's my dorky. That's the most of my dorky TTRPG stuff that was from 94 to 99, and then like in the early 2000s we played D&D, but there were a couple people that were just really drama queens, and I think that really soured my time with D&D.
Yeah, I think what frustrated me so much is when I was playing with a group of like high school Magic the Gathering Club nerds just like me, and I don't want to say like, oh, we were all boys, but well, I was acting as boy. And what no one ever sat down and said, like, now we have all these discussions in the TTRPG space, like, well, here's trust. Here's where, if you want to say, I don't want my character to die, here's how we can make that a house rule. If you want to say like, you know, I know that we're supposed to be able to like fuck with each other in this game, but can we like not do it in like passing notes back and forth to each other, because that kind of feels a little unfair. We have those discussions now. We didn't have that back then, and I wish we did.
Yeah, you communicate.
We had a really good DM for D&D that was really cool about not letting characters die. Like, he would find ways to like, okay, if you're incapacitated, he would still always have something up his sleeve for you to be able to do, so you wouldn't be left out. That is the thing that I loved about my D&D group, is that we had the best fucking DM, because that guy, he could adapt to any fucking stupid shit. Because I played a character that actively fucked with shit. Like, I actively tried to make, like, my character's role was just like basically the Beavis of the group, and just like, I'm going to make things worse because I think it would be interesting and fun.
Good.
And he always, like, and he could keep up with me trying to fuck with shit. And he would never, like, penalize me for it. He would never just like, oh, well, you're trying to fuck with my game, so I'm going to penalize you in some way. He would always be just like, okay, but now you're in this situation. You've got yourself into this situation. Now you've got to get out. It's like, oh, God.
Striking the balance between you can have your chaos, but I need to kind of keep a little bit of the game world.
He was
That's fun.
fucking incredible at it.
Just like not being that like hyper precious, not being like hyper precious about the about his super special story and world, and letting you all actually like play and have fun.
Maribel's got it right. God has allowed me to live another day, and I'm about to make it everyone's problem. That's how my character lived. That's how my character lived. They just kind of were like, not the Joker kind of agent of chaos, but just like, this situation could be a lot more fun.
Love you too so much. I don't know how much time we have, because I do want to say it's funny John got on, because I want to tell you about Cinderella is Dead, which is a novella. It is not a TTRPG.
Mm-hmm.
If I can just kind of steer the conversation.
Go ahead.
Tell us. Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Fantasy world where this kingdom is based upon literally the tale of Cinderella, where all the girls have to go to a ball. And you kind of read the rules of the ball early on. And it says, any girl who's not chosen by the third ball is forfeit. And that's just kind of a list of rules, like where it's like, it's a patriarchal society. So it's like every man will be the head of his household. It's like girls are considered of age when they are 16. And then it's like, wait a minute. What's all that about girls being forfeit? Forfeit, like how? And it just kind of gets creepy from there. The main character is Sophia. She is kind of in love with her childhood friend, so she doesn't really want them to get married to dudes that they only have met the night before.
At the ball.
Yeah, that's kind of a shitty. That's kind of a shitty reason to get married.
And I kind of want to tell you about all that happens. Like there's, she kind of meets a boy from her village that she knows, and she kind of thinks is an annoying guy, but he's kind of like, I don't really want to get married to a girl. So I'm already kind of spoiling it, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on. But yeah, it's basically, why this king, why does he think the best thing for his whole kingdom is to just marry girls off as soon as possible as part of a big party? And it's gay. And so, yeah, I just thought, you know what? That rule, like all these rules that just are, they're bad, but they're even worse than you think they are. That's like a very John thing. That sounds like this is something John would write. Like, oh, by the way, girls are forfeit. Wait. Anyway.
What does that say? God, what are you saying about John?
He's very ominous. He knows how to like hint at future doom, and also he likes. I know this sounds like a fucking joke because I keep busting your chops about it, but he likes sad lesbians.
Well, I mean, okay, John did have a sad lesbian story.
Yes, and I was kind of going for a YA tone, and this seems like that for sure.
Even her lullaby is sad lesbians to a degree.
I throw a little link to the Goodreads in the chat if people want to know, because that was what I was doing. My big accomplishment was I read a fucking...
You read a book!
Ink on Dead Trees. That is that's like...
Wow.
I'm reading a book about a dude who dies in the real world and gets reincarnated in a super fantasy world as an extremely buff and strong swordsman, and he immediately has sex with hot girls and then kills people with a sword. And it's a Western fantasy book from the 80s.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wait.
Oh, that's your twist. It's an isekai, but it's like from the pulp fantasy era.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's every certain beautiful things are universal about across the world. I think, and I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Sounds very rancy.
It's very nice coming off of the Robin Hobb, which was literally like which was just absolutely grinding, misery sad. It was so dark and dark. I was like, this is gonna let up, right? And then like the last 50 pages of the book are just the main character being slowly tortured to death.
Oh,
and I'm like,
fantastic.
And I'm like, okay. Is this gonna let up? Is this gonna let up? I'm like 3 pages from the end. Is this gonna let up? Is this gonna let up?
3 pages from the end. Yes, this is where we're finally getting our reprieve. This is a Braveheart moment, right?
And he dies and he comes back to life, and then he was basically in heaven when he was dead, so he comes back and it's like, actually this sucks and I wish I was still dead. And I'm like, the end.
Isn't that like a Buffy thing where Buffy died and she was in heaven and then like they brought her back?
Very good moment.
I remember that. I remember for some reason when I saw that, because I watched that when it aired. It was like, for some reason that just scared the shit out of me. For some reason,
so scary. Ugh.
It's like, yeah, you must have truly hated it there, huh? Wow, gosh, I bet you're so glad we brought you back. Oh boy.
It's like, well, what if this is heaven though, and that someone's trying to bring us back to a worse world?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
Books can be fucked up.
Books,
And
yeah,
also
absolutely.
Nice. That was really fun chatting about TRPGs too.
Yeah.
I was always interested, but all that I got the 3.5 edition stuff.
Oh,
that was the newest one when I was a kid, and I played the basic dungeon that came with the basic set like 4 or 5 times with my siblings and with other friends. And we never really got beyond that. We never could really conceptualize what the game was beyond that.
Yeah.
Glad you could get back into it though, because it's kind of my life. I'm as frustrated as I am about how it started with a lot of bickering and stuff. It has been kind of like, this is how I relate to people, because I don't know.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's fun. It's also fun for me just because I love thinking about RPGs, the digital RPGs, and just kind of recognizing like, oh, this all started here.
Yeah. Like this
all
all really branched from this pen and paper dice thing, in the 1960s. So.
Yeah, and that's fucking badass.
Cool. Well.
And it's also it's much better than there's a lot of D&D that's much better than the Adventure Zone, and that's nice to realize. That's nice to find
Gotta
out.
get that dig in. John's gotta get that dig in.
Always.
All right. You too.
One more thing I don't have to worry about no Adventure Zone for me.
All right, it has been an absolute blast. I want to thank the both of you for coming by. John, as always, thank you for coming by. Raven, always, it's a pleasure having you. Come aboard the SS Polystream. Y'all are always welcome to come aboard. You know that.
Thank you. I need reminders, but this is like a Red Bull for my mental health.
Aww. Well,
that's very sweet.
Well, we are privileged to have you in our wonderful community, and you are one of the reasons that our community is one of the best on the internet.
Aww.
So there you go. Let's float that.
Soon.
All right, everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, if there's anybody out there who wants to come in, we got 2 slots opening right up. You just join the StreamStram channel. Good God, these fucking spots just fucking fill up in a matter of, like, not a fucking frame. These slots are just like, hey, we open, like, these slots are looser than a prostitute's pussy. Good fucking God. All right. Why did I say that? That was a dumb thing to say. Should never listen. The things that come out of my dumb plushy mouth are kind of unbelievable at times, I think. I don't know that I should be allowed to be a plushie and say things like prostitute's pussy! Prostitute's pussy! Prostitute's pussy!
Well, that's something to post on the out of context account.
I don't know if it's obvious at this point in time, but I may be a little tipsy. How's it? One more time. Okay, Millie, I need you to stick with me here. You ready? Prostitutes pussy. Jessica.
Hey, Polly.
Hi, and who else has joined with us? Hello? Who else is here? Is the other person not here? They are muted. I don't know if they are intended to be muted. They can unmute themselves if they would like to. Maybe they want me to yell prostitute pussy. Oh, he's trying to unmute. You pressed the microphone button, my friend. Yes, Grims, a little just a tiny bit. I promise you I've only had 6 shots of vodka right now, okay? I'm doing good. Someone cast Anticept. Whoop. Okay, well, while Pauncho Smith figures that out, Jessica, hey. I'm,
How you doing?
you know what? I might have bronchitis, but I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about the bronchitis.
Yeah, I don't feel it at the moment. How you doing? Hope that you're having yourself a nice Saturday evening. How goes?
Fine, everything's going fine.
Everything's
Just
going fine.
having yeah.
What you been into? What you getting yourself into?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Sonic games.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh!
Here she goes again.
What? You know what? I'm actually okay with Sonic. I don't mind Sonic video games. I wasn't always the biggest fan of Sonic games, but I think that around 2012 or so, after I played Sonic Generations, I think it kind of came around.
Oh, that game's really good. That might be my favorite.
Yeah, I still think that of all the Sonic games that I've played, I think Sonic Generations is probably the best.
It's amazing how, because, Sonic 06, took a huge dump on the franchise. And then, you had Sonic Unleashed, which is, the Werehog stages went on way too long, but, people like the speed stages. And so they build on that.
Robotnik Land. Incredible.
And then they get Colors and Generations has some of the best 3D Sonic stages ever.
Yeah.
And then they make Sonic Lost World.
I don't even want to see it. I know it's going to happen, but I better not see Jetstorm4 in my chat say, "Hey, Sonic Lost World's good." And he'll say it just like that too. That's what Jetstorm sounds like. When he's defending, specifically when he's defending Sonic Lost World, he always just says it like, "Oh, it's so good. I like it a lot."
It is so depressing that the last Sonic game Dimps made was a 3DS port of Lost World.
Oof, that's rough.
Because I was playing Sonic Rush.
Mm-hmm.
That game has that soundtrack. It's the same person who does Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
The funkiest beats in that soundtrack.
Yeah. Back to back, nah, flip it on his back to back. That's all I remember. That first stage theme. When every time I load that game up, it's just fucking wild.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why for Generations 3DS they chose that stage to represent it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good.
But yeah, and I played the Sonic Advance games, and especially when they made them more speed focused and they weren't trying to recapture the Genesis games.
Yeah,
they would really lean into, here's a death trap or a bottomless pit you couldn't see coming.
Oh god, yeah. If there's a criticism I can make about those games, it is absolutely the fact that death pits are just way too common. Whereas when you when you play those older Genesis games, especially, it's like there aren't a lot of death pits. It's a lot of, hey, you're on the bottom path now and it's slower. Like they just did a lot of level design. Clever Pigeon. Thank you very much for the raid. Woo! Everybody give Clever Pigeon a nice big round of applause, everybody.
I can only think of like 2 stages in like Genesis Sonic that I would fall down a pit. One was, I can't remember the name, but it was like to get to the Death Egg in Sonic 2, and then the other one was Flying Battery Zone in Sonic 3.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I gotta give hold on, I've gotta shout out a couple of people here.
No, you're good.
And a shout outs to a flat cap. Okay, and shout outs to a flat cap, of course. But thank you, Clever Pigeon, for the raid, and a flat cap for hanging out. We got so many cool people hanging out. Jessica, what do you think of that? So many cool people. I'm just stunned.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed hearing Raven talking about her stuff.
Yeah. So you're on the Sonic binge. Let's continue.
Oh, yeah. And so the thing is, like, Sonic Rush, it still has Dimp's bullshit, but it's less of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm playing their DS version of Sonic Colors, and there's like no Dimp's bullshit in it at all.
I think that game's actually super underrated, because that is one that I played long after the fact. And I didn't expect it to be as good as it actually was.
It trims a lot of the fat of the console version, because the console version is like, here's 6 stages per act.
I still think that the console version of Colors is pretty fun. I still like that game a lot, but I also I like the portable version a lot as well. Like, I think they just didn't fuck up that much with Colors, honestly.
Yeah, and Blaze is so cool. Like, oh my god, her moveset is so fun.
Blaze is a character that I've always wanted more of. Like, ever since I played Sonic 06, she is a character that I always, like, I just always want more. And anytime they include her, I'm always happy, because I think that she's always a consistently fun character to play as.
She has her own emeralds in her own, like, burning form. It is so cool.
Yep, it's rad as hell.
And now she's just relegated to background character.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Because she's such a cool character. Like, I hated the fact that in Sonic 06, they literally, like, that entire story is about just writing her out of existence. By the time you get to the end, she literally is written out of existence. Despite the fact
she's in Generations.
She is. And I was happy for that. And I am always happy when Blaze is included. But, like, she's never going to get that kind of play ever again.
I know, and it's depressing.
Yeah.
Also, like, how the fuck do you come off of, like, these great, like, portable games, and then you make Sonic 4?
You know what? I have a confession to make. It's an awful one. And I will cop to it and say the fact that, like, if you go look at my website at socksmakepeoplesexy.net, I actually reviewed Sonic 4 Episode 1 positively.
Oh my god, why?
I actually enjoyed it at the time. I just didn't think it was that bad.
I want to give up, because, like, I don't know, I was cheap and I decided to download the mobile version. Because I was like, well, apparently this game was literally just a mobile game that Sega decided was Sonic 4.
If you've only played the mobile version, I don't think that that's the ideal experience. I think that, like, I am pretty damn sure the PC version is better than the fucking mobile version.
It's backwards compatible on Xbox, so I can grab it on there.
There you go. I'm not saying it's a perfect video game, but I did play Sonic 4 Episode 1, and I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did. I like the fact that, like, every stage was something unique and interesting, and they were trying shit. Like, fuck the physics stuff. I kind of don't care. Like, I just didn't care at the time. When I played that game and when I reviewed that game, I just remember coming away from it and having a good time. And I was looking forward to Episode 2 as well, which I enjoyed. I'm not saying they're great. I am not gonna say that Sonic 4 Episode 1 is great. I will say that Episode 2 is a stark improvement over that game, or over that original game, obviously. I think that it feels way better. I think that a lot of the level gimmicks are a lot more fun. I think the level design is better. But I didn't completely hate Episode 1. And I understand why people do.
I'm not going to be too harsh on it.
Maybe.
I'm not going to be too harsh on it because I know that it's literally just they were working on a mobile game and Sega just, no, you're porting it to consoles. It's Sonic 4.
Yeah. Like, calling it Sonic 4, I think, may have been the problem. I think it's the same issue you run into when you go play Chrono Cross after Chrono Trigger. And I feel that those games, like, you play one thing expecting the other thing when it's got that same name. And it's hard to disassociate that from, like that other thing that you really like a whole lot. And then you go play, like, just calling it Sonic 4 was a bad fucking idea.
Yeah. And on that same note, I mean, I kind of feel the same way about, like, Devil May Cry 2, where it's just like, yeah, on its own, it's okay, I guess.
Is it? No, it's not. No, on its own, Devil May Cry 2 is not okay. Devil May Cry 2 is a shit video game. It is one of the shittest, fucking boring, fucking most worthless fucking video games I've ever played in my life. I hate the fact that I literally spent $50 on that game. I hate the fact that at the time, that game was so hard to find when it came out. I was like, I need this video game. I need this video game. I was there. I was so fucking pumped to play this video game because if it's fucking sold out everywhere, I've got to fucking have it. Everybody's fucking freaking out about it. It's got to be the best. What the fuck is this bullshit when I get that fucking game? What the fuck? No. Fucking, I will go to my grave saying that, like, at least Sonic 4 Episode 1 is better than goddamn Devil May Cry 2.
Okay.
Hello.
Did you finally figure out how to unmute yourself?
You unmuted yourself.
I had to restart.
Yeah.
I figured out how to do it.
Everybody, welcome Pauncho Smith.
How you doing, Pauncho?
Fantastic. Better now. Sonic the Hedgehog. That's a game, all right.
It is. I like a lot of Sonic games. I'm not gonna say it's a terrible series or anything. I like a lot of those games.
Yeah, I'm getting the
Even
sense
if
that I
the
haven't
first
played
one
as much.
needs some work.
I haven't played as much Sonic as I probably should have for someone of my demographic.
I don't think you'd like it. I think you'd be very mad about a lot of the things that those games do because they're very gotcha. Those games are very dependent on you playing them multiple times and learning the routes. Playing a Sonic game for the first time and finishing it, I don't think is like how you enjoy those games. I think it's like getting better at them and finding the alternate routes, finding the top routes and getting those and clearing the levels faster. I think there's like the ideal, like that's how you play those games, right?
Something along those lines.
That's just how I've always approached it. That's how I've always approached those games anyway.
Yeah. I actually do remember this was back when Wii was a thing and Virtual Console was a thing. I somehow grinded it out and was able to legit beat it at some point. All emeralds.
Woo! That's that. You know what? Which was Sonic 1?
Sonic 1, yes.
Yeah. I think that's the easiest one to get all Chaos Emeralds.
I think the bonus stages in 3 are okay.
Yeah, they're all right.
I never liked the half-pipe ones from Sonic 2.
Well, those are shit. Like, if you bring Tails with you, like, he can lose rings, and, like, that feels awful.
Or honestly, story, don't have friends, ever.
There you go.
I only ever bother getting the emeralds in 3 because you can actually keep them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got save files in 3, yeah.
And also, like, the special stages, like, you find them. Like, you don't need to, like, get 50 rings and go through a checkpoint.
Yeah.
No, you just need to find where you need to go. Find the hidden room, find the big ring, the big onion ring. Chow down.
I always thought of it as an onion ring too.
And then you do it again so that you can get hypersonic.
How come, like, man, did you know that, like, there's a whole fucking supersonic song and they just don't use it? Like, they just do that. And they just repeat that ad nauseum once you have supersonic, but there's actually, like, a full version of that song that's just not used for some reason. That, like, the full version.
They use it in Origins.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. If there's anything that they fixed in Origins, despite the fact that everything else they fucked up, if there's one thing I'm glad they fixed, it's like, hey, guess what? Supersonic fucking music isn't stupid. Like, isn't literally fucking 5 seconds long.
It's just not the same without, like, the music they couldn't use anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I heard there was a whole snafu about that.
Oh, the music stuff in...
Into it.
Yeah, the music stuff in Origins is a bit unfortunate.
Mm.
Like, literally, it kept Sonic 3 from being re-released for, like, an entire console generation.
An entire fucking 7 years. Oh, man. But it sounds like Sonic is treating you really well, Jessica. You sound like you're having a good time.
Oh, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I just bought Generations 3DS, and actually, just as I was watching your stream, I found like a good priced copy of Rush Adventure.
Oh, I don't. So, I hate Rush Adventure. I think that game is just kind of...
Apparently, they wouldn't let Nagamura do the soundtrack for that one because they were already on the Yakuza team.
Yeah. I don't like Rush Adventure at all. I think the game's just boring.
Look, I'm going to play every single Sonic game that I can get access to.
God bless you. God bless you.
Bless me when I get to the Game Gear games, because that's going to be my real challenge.
Oh, God. At least play the Master System version of the games that are available. That way you've got the screen real estate to work with.
I only have the Master System version for Sonic 1 on my Wii.
Oh, yeah, like Sonic 2 on Game Gear is almost unfucking playable. Like, find a way to play the Master System version so you have screen real estate to work with.
I wish Sega would freaking re-release their Master System games.
Yeah, I don't think they have any interest in that shit, despite the fact that I know a lot of people are interested in it.
Like, even for, like, the old Sonic collections, like, they always use the Game Gear versions.
Yeah. It's a bad fucking idea. Just because the screen's so fucking crunched. It's so awful.
I'm gonna have to play Sonic Blast!
Ugh. My deepest sympathies.
But I must do it to prove my love for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Love means never having to say you're sorry to Sonic.
Yeah, I would never say sorry to Sonic.
I don't think I've touched those games since the actual Game Gear era. My little cousin had a Game Gear at the time.
Oh, yeah?
That's as far as I got into those Sonic games.
Never
finished them.
I had a rich kid neighbor that had a Game Gear, and I had a rich kid friend in 6th grade that had a Game Gear, and he had the TV tuner, and I remember he brought it to school one day, and I just remember thinking, wow, you're a rich fuck, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't think her folks were rich, it's just that they opted for one 90s console over the other.
Sure, yeah. I know that these kids were rich fucks, though, because, you know, their dad was very... I think one of their dads had a government job, so, yeah. I probably can't talk about that because I know what his government job was, and it was actually kind of top secret.
Secretary of Fart Research.
Exactly, yes. Secretary of Fart Research at the U.S. Embassy in Spain.
Okay, Pauncho, were you a Nintendo kid or a Sega kid?
More Nintendo consoles than not, but in the 90s. My folks got they got the SNES, then we got the Genesis. Jenny came a little later.
In my heart, the NES is my favorite console. That console actually just means a lot to me on a personal level. I played a lot of games on that with my dad and stuff, so that just kind of ties that. But, like, in terms of what I like in games and how I like games to feel and sound, I'm a Genesis kid. So kind of goes both ways for me. Like, I love the NES. The SNES, I think, is a fantastic console with a lot of big fucking releases. But I feel that, like, if you go to the Genesis, there's so many more cool diamond in the rough games that you could find on that console. And again, just like games, the way that I like games to feel kind of just means a bit more to me. Despite the fact that, like, Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES is one of, like, the most important games of my life. So I guess
MK2 on
Mhm.
MK2 on SNES is somehow better than the 32X port.
Can I tell a story about MK2 on SNES, if you don't mind me
Go ahead.
taking up a bit of time? So Mortal Kombat 2, 1994 was a game that I was obsessed with. I played this game at the arcades anytime I had the chance that I could. Was just like, this is the only thing I thought about. That it, like, late 93 through entire summer of 94, Mortal Kombat 2 was my life. And I remember, like, the magazines at the time announcing that, like, Mortal Kombat 2 is gonna come home on, like, September 9th, you know? And, like, I remember there being this big, like, will they, won't they about the SNES version keeping the blood and the fatalities and stuff. And just, like, I only had a SNES at the time. So it's like, oh, man, like, this game that I've literally obsessed over, like, will it or won't it be, like, the best version possible, right? Because it may or may not
be cool, or will it suck?
Exactly. And I remember, like, getting a magazine, like, seeing a magazine, like, at like a fucking drugstore or something, and being like the cover story literally being like, Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES, like, and Nintendo says yes to the blood. It's like, fuck yes, it's finally happening. And I remember just like Mom, Dad, like, this is the only thing I want. Like, if you could just get me this, like, this is the only thing I want in my entire life. I'll never ask you for anything again. And
Dad, let little Polly drink the blood.
Yes, absolutely. So, long story short, like, September 9th, 1994 rolls around. And yes, I remember the date. And I can't remember at the time if, like, somebody had let it slip that my parents had actually pre-ordered it or not. I can't remember how, but I just remember being like, I am skipping out of school this day as much as I can. So I get to school that day, like, oh, I'm sick, I need to go home. So I go to the office, they call my parents, come pick me up. My dad comes and picks me up, and we get in the car, we're driving home, and I'm thinking, all right, it's Mortal Kombat 2 time, because, like, for some reason I'd kind of already figured it out. We don't start driving home. We start driving elsewhere. Like, Dad, where are we going? It's like, well, you're sick, we're going to the doctor. Like, oh no, I've got a fucking fake sick. I've got to make this convincing now.
Quick, what are the symptoms of diarrhea? Do that.
I literally have to go to this doctor and sit there for, like, 35 minutes to an hour or so. Just like we get in, it's like, oh, yeah, like, my stomach just hurts so much. And it's like, well, what's wrong with it? Like, we get to this bullshit, and it literally takes, like, a fucking hour. And it's like, I convinced them, like, I guess I have a stomach virus, whatever. I pulled it off. And so we come home, like, my dad's driving me home. We get up to the door, and I'm getting ready to go in. He needs to unlock the door for me to go in, because he's got to go pick my mom up somewhere. I think she was cleaning house for my grandma or something. But I remember, like, opening the screen door and, like, this brown package falling out and hitting the porch. I mean, I just immediately fucking knew what it was. But my dad, I've never seen him move as fast as he did when he snatched that fucking package off the fucking porch. And I'm just like, and he's just like, no, you go inside, you're sick, you're gonna go, you go to bed, you're sick. I've got to go pick your mom up from doing whatever the fuck she's doing. So
Get over there.
Get over there. So So I have to go back and I have to go into my fucking house, go up to my fucking room. I'm like pacing around because it's like, I know what it is. There's nothing else that this could be that was releasing this day. And I'm like, I am both excited and just like, are they not going to let me have it? Because like my birthday is 10 days later. So I had figured like they got it for my birthday and they probably aren't going to give it to me until September 19th, right? So I'm just like, oh, like I faked out of school. I've come this far. I almost touched the package, like, you know? And my dad is gone for like an hour and a half, and they finally pull in the driveway. They come inside, and I'm just like, you know, throw yourself in bed because like, okay, like I was faking sick, so I just throw myself in bed, and I hear my dad's call for me downstairs, you know, Polly, come downstairs, you know, and like go downstairs and you like close your eyes and he's like, happy birthday, and they give me this copy of Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES, and that is why Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES is a game that means a lot to me, is because it was just like this weird thing that kind of like took over my life for this summer, and this wild fucking adventure on September 9th, 1994, where like I had to fake out of school, and then like they actually took me to the fucking doctor. And then I had to come home and go through this agony of just like, oh my God, are they going to let me have it? And they actually let me have it. And I remember like the best part of finding out like my friends were mostly Sega kids and they got the Genesis version, but like the SNES version was like the way better version. And yeah. So there's your more poly lore. There's some more poly lore for the evening.
But the Super Nintendo version doesn't have the frugality.
It doesn't have the frugality, but goddamn it, it's got like the voices, it's got the right music, it's got like it's got the right speed, it's got everything. Like, man, I just like Mortal Kombat 2. Like, I still have that copy too. That copy is probably the thing that means the most like, in the world to me, is that fucking copy of Mortal Kombat 2 that I have.
What was your reaction to like 3 when it came out?
I thought 3 was dope. I was a Mortal Kombat kid. Like, I just fucking loved Mortal Kombat. So yeah, I was at the arcade. Like, I remember going to the fair and playing Mortal Kombat 3, and I was so good at it that the guy running the arcade at the fair, it was the state fair, or not the county fair. The guy running the county fair was just like, if you can beat me, I'm gonna let you have every bit of change that is in this coin purse that I have. And I was like, okay.
I think I remember this one.
Like, fine, I'll do it. So I let him beat me the first round, and then I double perfect and flawlessed him the rest of the game, and then he kicked me out. That's how much I love Mortal Kombat. That's how much I love.
Strong.
That's how
too strong.
He fucking kicked me out of the arcade because I beat his ass at Mortal Kombat 3.
Cope harder, dude. Cope harder.
Right? So yeah, that's my overly long, weird story about why I love Mortal Kombat 2 so much.
Yeah,
I don't know that I've ever.
I don't know that and touching.
I don't know that I've ever told that this is like one of those like, yeah, that's why Mortal Kombat 2 probably means a lot to me, is because like my parents kind of went out of their way. It's the first time I remember like getting a game on its release date. And I remember always feeling like that was special that my parents kind of went out of their way to get that for me, because they knew it meant a lot to me at the time. Like, so it's kind of one of those things. It's just like, there you go. There's my weird, silly story about why a video game means a lot to me.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't think I ever cut like grade school class or high school or anything like that. I think I did ditch a college course to pick up Resident Evil 4 on GameCube.
Oh, that's worth it.
But by that point, nobody gives a fuck if you show up or not. So.
Yeah, like I remember like Parasite Eve was another one of those games that like I cut work for. Phantasy Star Online version 2, when I imported that, I skipped a week of work to catch back up to where I was.
Speaking of cutting off of work, I've actually had the last week off. I've had a week-long vacation.
Oh, yeah?
Starting on the end of the day, Friday. I decided to take this week off since I wouldn't have to use as much PTO as I would, because I have Monday off anyway, or I had Monday off anyway since it was the 4th.
It's the 4th, yeah.
And Yeah, and I have a little bit of a story to tell about that.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so about 11:30 a.m. Monday on the 4th, I was awakened by the power in my apartment going down.
Oh no.
Yeah, and for the record, folks, I live in Florida, so you can imagine, how that would be. Now, in the past, I've had the power go down, in July. I've
Yeah.
had, I've had electronic shit go wacky in July, the last couple of years. So I'm thinking to myself, in bed with like no power, and I'm thinking to myself, shit's gonna heat up pretty quickly, and I am an adult, and I don't need to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
So I get out of bed, I grab my phone, I go plop myself down on the commode, and I scroll through hotel listings in town. And in the last year and a half, they did build a new one. I don't know if I would consider it a luxury hotel, but it is pretty nice for the area.
Mm-hmm.
So I go ahead, I scroll through it, I check out the rates. Okay, well, it's 156 per night, but hey, there's a vacancy there, and they're probably not going to have any electrical problems.
Yeah.
So I go ahead, I hit confirm, and I'm all booked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was about noon. I go check in at 4 p.m. A single solitary nanosecond after I hit confirm, the lights come back on.
I had a good laugh when you posted this, I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm like, well, oh well, I just blew through 150. But as the day went on, I noticed that the thermostat was steadily rising. Now, just sort of out of the corner of my eye, I was trying to binge watch that DVD set of Excel Saga I bought a decade ago, and oh, it's getting warmer in here.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, I guess that's busted too.
Oh no, the
The
fucking AC went out?
Well, I was assuming that when the power went down, the AC was one of the things that didn't come back up.
Right.
So I figured, okay, the power did something funky with that.
Yeah.
Now remember, this is on the 4th. It's a holiday.
It's
I
a
can't
holiday.
call the maintenance people because everybody's gone.
Yeah.
So I did try to leave a voicemail message at that point, but I guess the power took down their phone system too because I was getting a number cannot be returned, phone number's not available, basically.
Yeah, fucking
so I'm
course.
like, okay, well, you know what? I can walk to the hotel. I grab a change of clothes, grab my laptop, grab 4 bottles of water because I'm not gonna pay out the nose for the fucking complimentary water they got over there. I this isn't my first rodeo. I know exactly what I'm doing. Walk up to the hotel at around 4-ish, check in, go to the room, put the Polly plushie in the chair and do my, Twitter shit.
You did take the Polly plushie with you. You did take the Polly.
I did take the Polly plushie, yeah. Polly plushie needs to get out and about sometimes.
Yeah.
I know Polly plushie tends to be a homebody, but, sometimes, getting out, a little experience out in the world might be good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, again, it was... I made sure that the AC was below 70.
Good.
This is, I don't care about the location or the actual room itself. It was a pretty basic studio type room. Just the bed, the TV on the wall, and the bathroom. Oh, and there's like a safe there too.
Yeah.
It was really weird. They didn't have like a desk or something like that. No desk, no sofa. But you know what? I didn't really need it. So I go to. They have a restaurant, but again, I'm not paying for that either. That's fucking pricey as shit.
Yeah.
And the CVS is right there, so I crossed the street twice, grabbed some biltong, grabbed some whatever fucking candy was there. It's just snacks to sort of graze on until the next day. So the next day, I make another call to the apartment. There are people there. I tell them, hey, this is broken, that's broken. I'd like someone to, check things out.
Yeah.
So I checkout time was at 11. I think I left at around like 9:30, left a little early. Because, I wanted to be there when the maintenance crew did come in. and around 11ish, I want to say 11ish, 11:30, someone did show up to check out the AC. They also had to fix the bathroom fan, but but here's the real fun part. Here's the deliciously brutal part. They asked me if I messed around with the fuse box at all.
Oh. Huh.
And I said, well, for the bathroom fan I have.
Right.
But I didn't bother, but I haven't touched it since because prior to that, on like Saturday, Sunday, before the 4th, I had bathroom fan problems. It wasn't working. They actually had to change like the motor in that or something. So I knew that the flipping the switch wouldn't do anything for that.
Right.
But they went ahead and flipped the switch anyway. AC came back on.
What? Huh? What the fuck? What the hell happened there?
I skipped a step, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. That's so fucking weird.
So that was my Monday and Tuesday of this week.
I mean, like,
past week.
Sometimes staying at a hotel, like, not the worst thing, right?
You know what? If someone actually comes over, I'll have a place to recommend to them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the cheapest in the world, since it was, $150 for one.
Yeah, for one night.
But the location, you're next to, you're next to what I would consider the main drag of town.
Yeah, like there's a lot there for you to check out if you want to. Yeah.
And it wasn't too loud in town, no real big. I think there might have been a thunderstorm or two, but no loudly obnoxious like fireworks or anything like that. Or at least none that I could really discern as being, out of the ordinary, bombastic, hide your pets loud.
Yeah, we the only we did the 4th. We didn't have a lot of fireworks. It happened on the 3rd for us, and then a bunch of dumbasses were in the neighborhood were setting shit off, and then they set a fucking tree on fire. So that was good.
I tried going to sleep on the 3rd early, and it was just all night.
Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the only other thing I'm going to add to the fireworks thing is I haven't really been too interested in them since I was a youngster.
Yeah, same.
One of my earliest fireworks-related memories was growing up in Brooklyn, and at that time I lived near a major overpass in the city. And I don't know what the laws on the books were in New York regarding fireworks at the time. But I imagine I had some relatives go out of state to actually purchase them. I think that a lot of things were probably banned in New York at the time.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact they went out state. Like the stuff you can actually light up and it shoots up into the air, that was probably banned.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Yeah. Do you know what a Roman candle is?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We shot Roman candles at each other like fucking idiots as teenagers.
Okay, so you're not actually supposed to hold those?
Nope. No.
And some of the grown-ups, in their infinite wisdom, were more than happy to hand me a fully lit Roman candle.
Yep.
I would wave it around like a magic wand, and I would aim directly at the overpass. Now it was pretty high up, and remember, I'm just a little kid at this time, so I'm pretty sure that nothing ever reached the part that you actually drive on. Maybe it just kind of bounced off the side. I am almost entirely confident that I was not the cause of any fireworks-related automobile crash.
Oh my god, we were fucking idiots, man. We would light these sons of bitches, hold them till they were ready to go, and just shoot them at each other like fucking complete idiots.
How the
All my
fuck
parents
are any
would
of us
give me are
alive?
sparklers.
Exactly.
How are any of us alive?
How are we alive?
How did we escape the grasp of Darwinism?
I don't fucking know, dude. I have so many vivid memories of being 17 to fucking 20 and every July 4th fucking just lighting fucking Roman candles and firing them at each other like goddamn idiots.
Is that why you don't have fingers?
Probably. Look at these! Look at these knobs!
No. You would launch yourself on. You would get all the M80s you could, all the M80s in the tri-state area that you could get your grubby little plushy hands on. You would jump on like a chair. You would stuff all those fireworks under the chair, light it up, shoot yourself into the air, and end up in fucking Manitoba.
Rocket lawn chair, baby! How do you play video games with no fingers, sincerely?
How do you type without boxing gloves on?
How do you type with boxing gloves?
Well, I mean, nowadays you don't need hands. You can just use your chin.
Oh my god, trying to smack Roman candles out of the air with a baseball bat? We never did that one. That sounds real fun, though.
That's a new one for me.
I've not heard that one, but that sounds real fun. That sounds like some dumb shit I would have been into. Oh my fuck.
Roman candle duel once. Well, yeah, they can pretend they're like Harry Potter characters. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yeah, like literally.
Yeah, that was my 4th of July experience and a little bit of a nostalgia for evading injury.
You did a good job. Pauncho. It sounds like your 4th was okay though. Like I think that I would have taken your 4th. That sounds like it would have been fun, just kind of hanging out in a hotel room, like just whatever, away from everybody. You know, chilling by yourself.
I actually had been chilling by myself for a good while.
Oh yeah.
Dan had been in Puerto Rico. My brother had been in Puerto Rico for like the last 3 weeks.
Right.
It was nice and quiet.
You miss.
Came back.
You miss when it was nice and quiet.
Now he's walking around without a shirt on again.
Oh, good. It's okay because I'm walking around without a shirt as well. It's fine.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's all out there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my little adventure. The only other thing I guess I have to add at this point is, inexplicably, I ended up with the urge to play Trails in the Sky.
I saw this and it was just like, how's this gonna turn out? How's this gonna work? Because I don't know.
Here's the thing: I have actually owned that game on Steam since like late 2014, early 2015.
Yeah, I know you've had it a while.
It's just I never get around to playing any goddamn thing I own.
Yeah.
You know how that works.
I know. Trust me. I know.
So I don't really know what it was. It's just that I knew I had a game in there. I was almost pretty sure it wasn't going to be a monstrous, like... Well, I mean, there are multiple games, so I don't know. Maybe like that's 200 hours in total.
There's 9 games, dude.
Well, I mean, just for like...
Just the Sky games?
Just the Sky.
Okay, yeah, that's about 200 hours.
200 hours. How fast is it if you have your finger on the speed button the whole time?
Probably,
as I've been playing?
I would say 120.
Can I like cut that in half?
You could probably cut that in half, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because all the walking and all the
because like when I played especially Sky 1, I didn't have the luxury of turbo until SC because they hadn't implemented that yet.
Oh, so they retroactively put it in.
Yeah. After like they put it in Cold Steel 1 first, and then they retrofitted it for 1 through 3 of the Sky games. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I don't remember it being there when I played it initially, but it's there now.
Yeah. Like the skill animations in Sky 1 or in the Sky games are so slow.
I think it's hilarious when I just hit the turbo button and Estelle does the pummel, and you can hear the sound of the...
When you get Joshua's second S-Craft, do not use turbo. It actually skips the damage check on that S-Craft if you use the second... So, like, when you get his second S-Craft, do not skip through it. It will not do damage.
Okay.
Just something you should know, along with the Earth Wall idea.
Earth Wall. I think I was just never really in I guess I never really had the need to use a lot of those to that point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not at this
I
point.
don't know why. Yeah, I don't know what made me jump back into it, but here I am. This is like the 4th fresh file
Oh,
that I've
wow.
started because I hadn't touched it in years and I didn't remember where the hell to go.
Yeah.
I even tweeted myself a reminder once I got back to the part.
Go to Ravenue.
where-
Go to Ravenue Village.
go to Ramen Avenue and all that. No, I'm a little more. I think I've played a lot more JRPGs in the intervening years,
Yeah.
so I think I can kind of get into that mindset of what I need to do here.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's fine.
I hope you enjoy it more this time. I hope that you actually see it through. And John has a good point that like SC is a very satisfying ending. We love the third. We love third. Like third is obviously like a big emotional thing for a lot of us. But like if you get to the end of SC and you feel like, yeah, I've kind of seen what this series does and I like it. I think if you get to that point and you feel like you've seen enough, it's a perfectly good cut. It's a perfectly good stopping point.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue I had the first time around, believe it or not, was the problem I had with the map and determining where I was. You know, you could rotate everything, but that also means you would rotate the map.
Yeah.
The actual corner map.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, I just found that real disorienting.
You know, like
the approach I'm taking now is I did fix the map to always point north.
Oh, good.
So at least
Yeah.
I have something of a frame of reference.
Yeah.
To do, and it works for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's not foolproof, and it's not a perfect solution because every time you get out of a fight, or every time, well, not out of every fight, but anytime you go into a building and come back out, or anytime you have a cutscene,
they reset you,
and you have to go back. They reset it, and I have to go through I have to reorient myself till I'm aligned with the map going north again. So that is a bit of a pain.
If you at any point want to use like a guide or something, don't be afraid to. Like don't let that shit get in the way of you kind of like
I already had to look up for one of the missions because I forgot who the fuck Amelia was.
Good. Yeah, like don't be afraid. Like don't let little shit like that keep you from enjoying a game. Like if you need maps, like there are maps for these dungeons online. Like Neo Seeker's got you taken care of.
I know. I'm just trying to get used to the game's little idiosyncrasies, the little weird things. Because sometimes when you kind of have a falling out with a game, it's not necessarily one big thing.
I get it.
That does it for you. Not one big wall that kind of puts you out.
Yeah.
It can sometimes be the accumulation of a lot of little, seemingly innocuous things at first.
Yeah.
Just kind of build up over time. One of the reasons I asked about how do you improve your accuracy was because I'm noticing that you miss your physical attacks a lot. Mm-hmm. Hell, you even miss some of your crafts.
Yeah, sometimes
with alarming frequency. And like, what is this all about?
That is something that does go away. Like I think in SC and third especially, it's not as common.
Hmm. It's just a point where I'm just, am I doing this properly? Am I doing this the way, that is intended for me to do?
Sure. Yeah. You're fine. You're like if you are playing the game and you're progressing, you're doing fine. You'll be good.
I guess keep an eye on decks to make trash mobs a little more bearable.
Yeah, that'll help. That can only be upped with quartz, I believe. I don't think that you can do anything much to quartz. Yeah, I think only quartz. Yeah, so you just have to kind of keep an eye on that. I think mostly green quartz is like evasion and dex. So
I know they had you did bring up something about what was it? Interrupting
yeah,
the moves.
AT delay. AT delay is very important.
AT delay. Yeah. I think that was also I think that's also green.
Always try to like look for crafts and arts and abilities that like have a chance to AT delay because like delaying your enemy's turns is very like it can be a very very big thing in that game.
I also, the initial time I played this, I remember being confused with like the quartz system and the slots and whatnot.
It's
weirdly enough, what actually helped, what actually made it a little less intimidating this time was the fact that I played Tokyo Xanadu.
yeah, like I can actually
I have
see that.
some familiarity with that.
Yeah.
So it's not as alien of a concept to me as it was, when I initially started.
Yeah, it runs on a similar system, just make the numbers bigger on every line for whatever you're trying to build, and use your bracer notebook to like hey, it tells you exactly what you need to make the spells that you want to use. So that'll get you where you want to go. And don't be afraid to sell Sepith for money when you're running short on cash.
Yeah.
Because Sepith is a fungible resource. You can fight shit against Sepith all the time. So just sell Sepith if you need to get money.
Yeah. I know this wasn't a game that necessarily lends itself well to grinding, not levels at least.
No, not at all.
I guess you're either grinding for Sepith or you're getting enough hits to build up that your big red dot meter.
Yep.
In advance of,
a boss fight or something.
Which is what I've kind of been doing. Load up the hit your big red buttons, and when you get like a boss example, just unload the big red button.
There you go. You'll get through the game like if you're just playing that way. How's it going, Loyal Taco? Everybody, please give a shout out to my good pal. I'm a Loyal Taco. How's it going, friend? Hope you're doing well. You must sleep for work. Well, I hope you have a nice sleep, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you saying hi, friend. But everybody, please give a follow to my good pal, Loyal Taco. We love tacos around here.
I gotta get going too.
All right, Jessica. Yeah, I was about to say, like, we're probably getting ready to we'll probably call this portion of the show. But I want to thank.
I had a lot of fun talking with you. Hope you had fun talking with me.
I always have a fantastic time talking to you, Jessica. And Pauncho, I always have a fucking killer time talking to you as well. I always have fun talking to my friends. I love you guys so much. God damn it.
I love you too.
Y'all mean the world to me. Thank you for sitting here and listening to my dumb Mortal Kombat 2 SNES story.
I thought that story was really cute.
I thank you very much. It's, like I said, that's one of those things. It's just like I know that like I've meant to talk about it like before, but it's like yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 on SNES means a lot to me because like that one story. Like I can remember the fucking day just so vividly in my brain. Yeah.
But you know what? I always find it fascinating with your stories in particular. Your connections to a specific game or your connections to a specific, part of media. And I'm always interested, to know how other people engage with that.
Yeah, like that's why I love talking to people about the things that I enjoy, because I want to see like how you came to like the things that you like, or what that like what's the story behind you liking this thing so much. Like this stuff is always super important to me, and I think that like that stuff is super important to me because like that Mortal Kombat 2 story became super important to me. It's like it's a big moment in my life, despite the fact that it's just a dumb fucking video game. But it's just like it's a way that you connect with things. It's a way that you connect with people. Like, obviously, that stuff means a lot. I like hearing how people kind of connect with things that way, and that's just really cool shit. So thank you,
all right,
Pauncho.
well, you have
the story about. Yeah.
But thank you both, Pauncho. Thank you, Jessica. You all are amazing, and I always love it when I get a chance to talk to you all.
Here's looking forward to getting the story about the first time Polly ate a Pop-Tart.
I'd have to do some thinking about that because I've had a lot of Pop-Tarts in my life.
Yeah.
See, on the Twitter.
Pop-Tart story someday.
Yeah, there we go. We'll get the Pop-Tart lore. It's ready to go. Don't worry. We'll have it someday. But thank you both, Pauncho. Thank you, Jessica, for both stopping by. Always a delight. All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much, everybody. All right. I'm going to take like a 5-minute break, and I think we're going to come back and maybe do one more segment, and then we'll call it. But I'm going to be right back Oh my god, wait. Hold on. Oh shit. Taco, let me give you a big thank you so much. I don't know why it didn't pop up. I have an alert set to do so. But thank you so much for helping, sorry. Thank you so much for helping crowdfund the rest of the Crash Bandicoot collection for PS4. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You didn't have to. You are an absolute delight. Thank you so much. I didn't, yes, I see the email. I have the alert set up, and I don't know why that it didn't pop up to do that for you. But thank you so much, friend, for crowdfunding the rest of the Crash Bandicoot collection for the PS4. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Taco. You are super cool. Yeah. So, like, if that pops up here in a few minutes, yeah. I appreciate that. You're cool. Thank you. Oh, you caught me off guard. I'm always kind of taken off guard when people do nice things like that for me. There it is. Thank you. I am a loyal taco for helping contribute to the Crash Bandicoot collection. I appreciate that. Thank you, friend. Ah, man. I'm not trying to get misty here on fucking stream. All right. Okay. I'll be back in like 2 to 3 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, there it is. All right. There it went. All right. I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes, and I think we'll do another segment or two, and then we'll call it. Yeah. Thank you again, Taco, for the gift. You are a kind and gentle soul. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Oh God, this stuff always makes me emotional. I'm sorry. I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll jump into another. Internet. Hey, friend. How's it going? How's everybody out there in internet land? How you doing? How you feeling? I got 2 slots left. If anybody wants to come on and hang out with your favorite plushie in the world, there's a Stream channel right there on the old SocksMakePeopleSexy.net Discord. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh no, wait. Is this the same combination as last time?
Oh my god, is it really? Grimstorm is canon. I'm shipping it.
Is this wait, this is the same
I ship it. I ship it. I don't
this is
care.
funny.
I ship it.
Is it too late? Should I go?
No.
No.
Grimes, if you leave, I will actually literally cry on stream.
Oh no, I don't want that.
We don't want Polly crying on stream. We almost had Polly crying on stream.
We actually literally had that like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah, it happened.
I thought prevented it, but that's all
I'm not too proud to admit I fucking cried on stream because somebody paid for a thing. So
don't
God
worry
damn
about
it!
That's good.
No! Raven! No! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh god, now I actually am gonna cry on stream.
I'm giving the Polly hugs.
Gremlin, oh my god.
I'm
Raven, Raven, what? Raven, you are insane. Raven. Raven bought me a very cool Astolfo figurine. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to keep it together. Hold on. I'm not good when people do nice things for me, okay? Raven, thank you so much for the Astolfo figurine. Thank you so much. You were far too kind. Okay.
Astolfo
I'm good. Astolfo is so good, right? Okay. Guess what, everybody? We got the OTP. We got the official best pairing ever. Jetstorm and Gremlins are us. Oh, 2 of my favorite people that I love being able to talk to at the same time. Man.
I thought you were on earlier, Jetstorm. That's why I was like, okay. We'll get a different combination.
No, I was definitely I was lurking at that time because I was handling childcare duties.
Oh,
I was doing other, like the slots kept filling up so quickly, so it was like I had my finger ready. I had the Discord open. I was like, bam, and then you joined. I was like, oh,
yeah, we've done it. All right, we can do it another time. How you doing, Grems?
I'm doing good. Sorry if I sound like I'm in somebody's right or left ear. I think we're good now.
No, you're good. You're good. I can totally. I hear
good.
you on both. You're good. You're good.
Okay, good.
No, it's good. I'm in a completely different room right now than I usually am. So. If you hear any snoring, if you hear any like snoring at all, that's the dog right beside me.
Oh, dog snoring. It's always a happy little thing to hear. Love me some dog snoring.
I posted a picture of him on Twitter, so you know that's
John
what he's doing
loves
right
dogs. John loves dog pictures. By the way, you should post more dog pictures from John.
I post dog pictures sometimes, but you know,
John loves them.
I'm taking care of the little sister who needs supervised constantly.
Right. Yeah, Timber is an amazing Twitter.
I have posted pictures of her as well.
Yeah.
Her eating 3 graham crackers at once.
That's how you fucking live, dude.
You know what? She tried to make chocolate milk herself the other day.
Oh.
The only problem is that she used breadcrumbs.
Well, I mean, look, you got to start somewhere, dude.
She got to start somewhere. I understand.
Like,
I was like, oh no,
I absolutely get it, right?
She tried to make Ovaltine with breadcrumbs.
Oh.
I'm here for it. You know what?
It's wonderful.
That's just thinking outside the box. Like I said,
right,
like I have
absolutely.
said multiple times, she is playing home run derby while we're playing t-ball.
I'm playing t-ball. We're there. we're not on her level.
Exactly. We will never be at her level.
Yesterday, she was showing me pictures of carousels on YouTube, pausing the image to point at certain animals.
Uh-huh.
I said sheep. She said seep, ba, and then she left.
And she's got it figured out, man. She told you everything you need to know.
Yep. That's all I needed. She's good.
It's all good. Don't you even worry about it, friend.
Though tonight she was asking to get on the bus so she can go to school. So she can go on a field trip.
She wants to go on a field trip? Where does she want to go?
She wants to probably go... She was pointing to a field of flowers, so it's probably either the park...
Oh,
or... Nice. She probably wants to go to the park, is what that would be.
I'm absolutely here.
However, it could be completely different. It could be a farm. Or it could be Cedar Point.
Both are awesome choices.
That's what she wants. Yeah, Cedar Point's a usual thing. That when she gets there, she usually gets on like 1 or 2 roller coasters. Then she's like, "No, I'm good, actually."
Oh, just kind of like, you know,
I'm good.
Yeah, I get it.
That's been my weekend, actually, except for one specific thing. But we can talk about that later.
Sure.
Or maybe now. Unless you want to talk about the JRPG.
We can talk about the JRPG. You were all about
the JRPG. Oh
my
gosh.
I bet I know what it is.
All right, so you know what? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. After playing through I2, which was amazing, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I have not actually played through like a JRPG for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, except on stream. I played through Shadow Hearts. And we're doing Lufia 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not played a JRPG for myself in a very long time.
Just something that's for only you.
Right. And a couple months ago, I found a copy of Caligula Effect 2 for $15.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to pop this in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? Xenoblade is like a month away. I'm not worried about that right now.
Yeah, like that's still a little bit out. Still got a little ways to go.
Right. Yeah. That's a little bit ways to go. I'm like popping in Caligula Effect 2. And I got to tell my history with the things. I have not been like a fan of Furyu for a long time, but I've always liked their stuff because it's always a different flavor. It's a different flavor of stuff that you kind of like.
Yeah.
And whether that flavor be good or bad doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because and it depends. I know a lot of people who hate the stuff they publish, and I know a lot of people who like the stuff they publish. Like they publish The Alliance Alive in Japan. I know John likes that one. Legend of Legacy is also them. Something they published, but they did the Caligula Effect, or Caligula as it's called in Japan.
Yeah.
It has to be called Caligula Effect over here because, reasons. For movie reasons.
Yeah, movie reasons, I have to imagine, yeah.
I think that's the reason, but I'm not 100% sure of that. And Caligula Effect is kind of janky, is like really janky.
That's why I never jumped on it. I never jumped on that original one,
but
it just felt a little too janky for me.
But it has one thing that I really like. And if they ever make a sequel, I'm gonna be kind of down. I want to definitely try it because I love Caligula Effect's battle system.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've heard that battle system is solid. It's just the story and like the progression stuff always kind of felt jank to me.
Yes, that's kind of the problem with it. So I'm like, okay, if they can nail this in a sequel, I think they could do it. And they look, I'm about 24 hours into it already.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed it.
Oh, really?
They've completely nailed this game.
Like they kind of like they hit gold on the second one finally.
They hit gold. This is the game I'm going to recommend.
Oh,
I'm pretty much like, no, this is Game of the Year material.
Whoa! For real?
Yes, this is an incredible game.
Holy shit!
You know what? I gotta talk about the battle system first. So here's the thing: the battle system is just ATB, which doesn't sound interesting on its own. But whenever you select an action, you're able to place when that action occurs.
Like just anywhere?
Kind of within within reason.
Sure.
Within reason, like you have a bit of distance, so like you don't have to activate it right away.
Hold on, I need to throw another shout out to a contribution for the Astolfo.
Go ahead.
For the Astolfo.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Tango Gemini, thank you for the $25 on the Astolfo figurine. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's a cool looking figurine.
Oh, you're so. God damn it! Why are people nice? Okay. I'm sorry, Jester.
No, you're absolutely fine. No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
So
okay.
Whenever you're laying down where this occurs, you see a preview of what's going to happen. So you can manipulate that preview in the turn order with your character to coincide with other actions that are going to occur. And you're able to string together these combos of skills kind of going with each other. To air juggle enemies, to slam them as needed, to parry enemies, to set up a dodge manipulation. This game gives you so many tools to make these wild combos in this turn-based RPG that just allow you manipulating these combos is like the key of the battle system.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. Like I will admit, it's probably a little too it feels easy, but it never feels boring. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
like you set up like these big like the big combos and stuff, and like that's sort of like the draw of the system, and it's maybe a little too overpowered, but it's
a little overpowered, but I think it's because you're actually playing the game correctly.
Yeah, like you play the game correctly, and it's a little easy, but it's still very fun.
You're rewarded for it. It makes you feel good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Watching these large damage numbers, because there is kind of a break system, but it's not that important, like for damage. But whenever you break an enemy, there is certain characters who have skills that are affected by that.
Yeah.
The whole game is like you start out with like 2 characters. Okay. And you're kind of introduced with a simple system of countering certain moves from enemies.
Yeah.
Then you get a 3rd character who's able to heal and able to provoke enemies.
Yeah.
Then you get a character who can just deal damage based on how broken their meter is. Their risk meter is what it's called.
Yeah.
Then you get a character who he felt like I couldn't fit him in before, but then later on in the game, I found ways to really fit him in. And then you get a character who is an evasion tank.
And my favorite.
Really
useful.
My
favorite.
He is an evasion. Basically, all of his attacks are boosting his evasion and provoking enemies. And then counter.
Kind of my favorite. Like if you look at like my cold steel builds, like that's very much what I
was thinking.
For.
He's Fee. His weapon is also a parrying dagger.
He's literally Fee.
Yeah. Then you get the last character you get is finally a character that does buffs and debuffs in more easy way, in like easier way, like. It's easier for her to pull off her debuffs because they affect the entire party.
Right.
So and it's much more useful now to have those because enemies are starting to get like much harder.
Yeah.
So this game is it gives you so many tools and allows you to kind of just efficiently do all this fun battle stuff. And it's fun Vocaloid music.
like that's kind of like the icing on the cake, really.
Because like every dungeon in the game has its own theme, and it's a dynamic theme, which adds lyrics whenever you're in battle.
So it kind of reminds me of like John having recently played the fucking.
They got a whole bunch of Vocaloid artists and a whole bunch of different ones, and each dungeon has its own Vocaloid theme, and it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
The main villain is a Vocaloid goddess who has 7 musicians who are commanding her world her world that draws people in with their regrets.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And the story kind of just goes from there. Like it is what you think it is. Characters realizing that they're now in this world of regret and trying to break out of it.
Yeah.
But it's taken a few turns that I've not expected.
Interesting.
From it, and it's quite good. Now, it is a sequel to Caligula Effect.
Right, because that
specifically,
that first game, kind of jank, maybe not super great.
And I'll say there's a couple characters who refer to the events of that first game.
Right, yeah.
Because this is like a sequel to that game, so it might be good to watch like a playthrough maybe of that.
Okay.
To kind of see what happens. I have a lot of regrets. Sorry, people. I'm trying to evil Hatsune Miku. What's great about her too is that she's not exactly evil either. She seems very genuine.
Aww.
But but her manager is like this evil looking mask guy. So you know.
Right. Yeah. I got you.
But let me think. I hit there's a reason why I've been like kind of hesitant on like recommending this game because I knew about something. I caught wind of something early in game, and I was like, "Are they gonna do this character right?"
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
I have a good idea. Yeah.
I think they do.
Okay.
I think they do. I talked with a couple people about it, and they're like, "Yeah, no, this looks good. This is good."
One of those things that don't get tackled in video games very often, but
no, but there is a large speech about non-binary people. Yeah. Actually, it's quite good.
Yeah. Okay, I dig that. I think that's actually super rad.
Like the crux of this whole game is that these are people trapped in this world that's like a high school, basically. They are people from all different walks of life who have different regrets about their life, and this is their chance to redo.
Yeah,
it's kind of what it is.
Yeah, it's a similar setup to the first game.
Yeah, and it's still quite good. I did actually check out I've already hit the bad ending.
Oh.
So I actually looked at the bad ending, and that was something. But I've now passed that point in the game. So, but basically, this is structured like look, this is structured like Persona 2. If you've been looking for like a Persona 2, like this is it.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
Like if you like Persona 2's kind of tone, and sort of its structure, you're gonna like this game.
And Caligula Effect 2 might be up your alley.
Yes. I'm thinking so far. I've not beaten it yet. I'm in chapter 7 of 8. But yeah, it's real good. It's a dungeon crawler. Also, it's a dungeon crawler. It's got some dungeons. Enemy variety's not much. Most of the enemies actually look kind of samey.
I mean, that's kind of what I expect from this developer. I know the developer, so very
similar. Actually, I think the funny thing is that Historia might be like the main developer on it.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah.
And they're working on the Live Alive remake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. From what I understand.
Hey.
So like
Tom, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Can you and Grims hold down chat for like 2 minutes?
All right, we can do that.
All right. My OTP, I believe in you two. I think you can do it. I'll be
We can
right
do it,
back in
Grims.
like a second. I'm
We can do
sorry.
it.
Yep. Sorry for going off of the JRPG so long, Grims.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just vibing.
Mm.
I like how Raven's like taps glass like at a wedding, and I was like, at first I didn't understand, like I didn't read the whole thing, so my brain was like, we're not getting what?
Nah, it's just
No pressure. Did all the pressure.
Dang.
Never ending. I started a clip of Polly going prostitute's pussy, and I was like, you know what, Nat? I think I'm gonna exit out of that. I feel like that's too mean. That's too much.
Oh
It's too
gosh,
much.
that was something.
That was something.
You're all good. It's all right, Raven.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's see. So I just convinced John to play Caligula 2. It's good, just with the off-brand Vocaloid music. It's great.
I
They did
saw
get a whole bunch.
There's a game that was like Vampire Survivors, but with like VTubers or Vocaloids or something like that. And
I think it's a V2. I think it's VTubers. I actually
Oh,
don't know what game that is, but I think it is VTubers
ah,
specifically. So let's see. Yeah, John's playing Caligula 2 too. Yeah, at some point probably. It's on. Oh yeah, it just came out on Steam last month. That's it. Too. So.
oh, Hollow Cure. Yeah. I was considering it, but I wouldn't. I don't think I would get any of the references.
I really wouldn't either. So.
But I like Vampire Survivors.
Well,
I
I think
didn't play
that
Vampire.
you did a good job. You did a fantastic job. Seamless. Couldn't have asked
did.
for a better segue. Yeah, Vampire Survivors though, you don't need to. I don't think you need to know a lot about Hollow Live to kind of enjoy Hollow Cure. Because I think that was the case. Like Beepner did a stream of Hollow Cure earlier, and to my knowledge, he didn't really know that much about Hollow Live either. It's just like, oh hey, like it's just a really good one of these games, but it's themed around, this VTuber collective, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, it seems really good.
I think I saw some clips of it on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's this." Okay.
Yeah.
Vampire. That looks like Vampire Survivors.
Looks good. It looks really good. So yeah, like I'll be trying that at some point, maybe even on stream.
Oh ho ho.
Ho ho ho! Look at me being real cheeky about future content. Hoo hoo hoo! Ho ho ho!
Polly and I are just out there with our fans, like doing a pose.
Ho ho ho!
Oh, it's good.
Grimsy! Grimsy. Hi!
Hi.
Hey! How you doing?
I'm doing good. After tomorrow, I'm
Oh.
off for like a week.
Yo! What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with
Uh,
yourself for an entire week?
I'll probably. Well, the main goal is to like recharge a bit.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Because you've been
But
through a lot as of late. So
Yeah.
you need some chill downtime.
But I also want
Chill
to
time.
like get my apartment more organized because
Yeah.
I moved a month ago and my living room is still full of boxes.
I know
That's the
how that
worst.
feels. I know that feel.
I was like, I didn't realize I had this many collectibles and plushies. So it's like, I don't know if I should have all these.
You are not about
I
to
did
say. You are not about to say I'm a grown woman and I have a lot of plushies. If you say that, it'll hurt my feelings.
No, I was about to. I was gonna throw a cuss in there.
Oh, you were gonna
spicy.
say like a
Nope.
fart or a poop.
I know it's terrible.
Oh
It's not like
my
I don't cuss all the time.
So unladylike.
Yeah, it's like I've got quite a bit of stuff. It's like maybe I don't need more stuff, but I did pick up at the local game retailer store a bunch of Kirby's.
Oh,
Ooh.
Like that. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter a few months back. But they came out with a set of like 10 Kirby's and a little.
Are those the little one? The little ones that are like posable?
Yeah, the little ones.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Like you can like apparently stack them, and they got like a little star.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
yeah, I saw
I
that
need
at
this.
a local comic shop. It was a local like comic shop actually. I saw that at.
Oh.
There's also a Kirby statue, but that was like $80. It's like I'm good.
That's a little
I
rich
like-
for your blood.
It's a little much.
I like Kirby, but not that much. Not when I already have a bunch of Kirby.
I like Kirby, but I don't $80 love Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby's all right.
Hmm.
Well, I used
Kirby's
to have a
pretty good.
Larg Kirby, but I gave that to my sister for her and her kids to enjoy.
I have a big. My one Kirby. I have two Kirby plushies actually. I have a slightly big Kirby wearing a top net hat,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a Mark's plush.
Oh,
Mark's
that's
is cute.
cool.
I got a kind of like a normalish size Kirby, or like Dr. Kirby,
Mm-hmm.
and like a Meta Knight
Mm.
Oh.
and another Kirby. I really didn't need more of it. I was like, but
Mark's,
it's
I
imported
think,
from
is-
Japan.
I mean, that's how like all of our good stuff comes into our possession. It's like, I don't really need this, but
I bought the Mark's plushie at the same time I bought the Xenoblade 2 Pro controller.
Nice.
Because I was at the Nintendo World Store.
Oh,
I was at the Nintendo World Store on that game's release day.
Oh, you lucky fucker!
Or like that weekend. That weekend, actually.
Mhm.
I had already gotten the game in the mail, but I went on a New York. I went on a trip to New York
Mm,
on like a tour bus.
right.
So I was playing. I was playing Xenoblade 2 on that tour bus.
Oh wow, you lucky fucker!
And then I was like, yo, I'm at the Nintendo World Store. Yo, they got Xenoblade 2 controllers. You know what? That'd
Why
be cool
not?
if I bought one
That's
of those.
one of those why not purchases.
Exactly. You know what? I'm at the Nintendo World Store. They were actually they were selling Xenoblade 2 there. Like it was big.
When are you
big
ever going
release
to
date
have
for
that
Xenoblade 2.
opportunity again? Right?
Exactly. I've never been back. So I'm like, yo. And I use that controller constantly.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
That is my Switch controller, actually.
So Grems has
And
got
it
a
still
shit
holds
ton
up.
of Kirby's.
Well, in various different sizes.
So what's your history with Kirby then? Like I love the fact that you love Kirby, but like what draws you to Kirby? Like what like is there like a specific memory, or is there like just something that kind of always connected with you, or
I'm sorry. I was like, I will come to your house.
I would just come to your house.
Oh,
That would be snuggly plushies.
I really need to start reading all of these sentences before I make a conclusion. I don't know. I remember playing Kirby Superstar at some point, and
Mhm.
I guess Kirby's cute,
Yeah, well, obviously.
and I don't know. I think it's pretty neat.
Absolutely.
But
I
I haven't
got
played
Kirby
any of the most
Superstar.
recent Kirby games, which I feel like is a crime.
Yeah, it's probably a crime because I hear the Planet Robobot especially is like the one everybody needs to play.
Planet Robobot is really, really good.
I do have Forbidden Land, but I have not.
Forgotten Land.
Yeah, Forgotten Land. I've not played it yet. I do have it though. I got it for like $20 because GameStop was really cool about that whole I, the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative issue where they were like, hey, we gave you the wrong one, and they gave me like $20 credit. So
Yo, hey, you know what? That works.
yeah, like the GameStop guy that I got locally takes care of me pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with him.
I know the GameStop people around here. They're all right. They know me. So
yeah.
It's all, yeah.
So we got
know your local GameStop people.
We got Kirby's. We're settling in from a move. What else you got on the plate?
Nothing much other than that.
Nothing. But you're so happening.
I am not happening.
You are the most happening. You are the most happening. You are the most happening that I know.
But I'm hoping. Well, I don't want to like self promo or shit. It's your stream.
No, you absolutely self promote. You absolutely self promote. Like I have these streams so that my friends can fucking self promote.
Of course, Piercing of Darkmoon Tower available. I'm kidding.
There you go. Check this out.
But I'm hoping to like. Thanks for the shout out. I'm hoping to do a couple extra streams this week.
Oh yeah? What you got in mind?
I have no clue. I might try and like finish Hades, but Hades is
finish Hades.
Well, no, get to the credits.
Okay,
I have to specify that.
The first time.
Oh right. Yeah, the first time. It's like after that, I'm good. Everybody else should go like that. Likes that genre should go check out Hades. They probably already played it through already.
Mm-hmm.
But I hadn't done a playthrough. Like I played it like a year and a half ago when it was still in early access.
Yeah.
So it's like, a year later, let's finish out the Supergiant library.
Yeah. Because Supergiant is fucking awesome.
Exactly. So then I have a clip of me doing Brack from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Don't touch me.
Oh no!
But my audio is jacked, so it's only in one ear.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm actually gonna have to find that on your channel now.
I'll link it to you.
Please link it.
I'll PM you. We should probably talk anyway.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
But I did get the. Well, I already told you, but I did get the bundle.
Mm-hmm. Oh
the
yeah,
Super Crush KO,
like Super Crush KO, Graceful Explosion Machine. I think you're gonna you will enjoy those games. I think like having seen what you've played on your stream already. Like I don't know if you plan on actually streaming those games or whatever, but I know that like Super Crush KO and Graceful Explosion Machine are both games that like I had a fantastic time with. Trying to get an interview with that developer, but I don't know that they're super into the idea.
Oh, why wouldn't they be?
I have no idea. No response. I'm not trying to call them out or anything, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, hey, I sent you an email and a Twitter DM. Don't think you're that interested.
That's fair.
Yeah, understandable. Oh, you got clipped.
The Tango is on it. Holy
Grams is the new voice of Brack. I'm just loading this up on stream right now.
I'm gonna die of embarrassment.
I am looking at it too.
Good.
Here we go. Here we go.
Loading it.
Don't touch me. Hey. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry. Don't touch me. Alternate title, come on and slam, and welcome to the jam, because I'm slamming people on the walls.
Okay, I loved it. Your rendition of Brack's Don't Touch Me is fantastic, Grims.
Specifically in one of your ears, not both.
Specifically in one ear. Absolutely. I'm...
It's all right, Grims. I understand.
Yeah.
The streaming mic.
Yeah. Yep, that happens.
I finally put a filter on my on my mic for my streams, so when Timber starts swinging next door to me, it doesn't catch on stream anymore.
Didn't catch quite as much. So.
Right, because it was catching quite a lot during Twilight Princess. I was like, okay, no, we gotta fix.
Yeah,
I gotta find a way to fix this.
Look, we love a timbre. We love a timbre. A special.
But she's
guest
quite
feature.
loud.
But yeah.
She's quite loud. I understand.
She's having
I can't do anything about that.
She's having a great time, and we are having a great time anytime she's there because again, she's playing home run derby. We're playing t-ball.
Yep. However, she's quite loud, so I'm that. That's just how she is.
That's fine. That's fine. We're having a great time anytime she shows up.
Absolutely.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
That's a real good. That's a real good clip. I'm glad Tengu found it. Ah!
That's going in the channel trailer.
Yeah, that absolutely needs to be in the channel trailer.
I know somebody who does that sort of stuff, and I commission them and be like, "There's no requirements, but please use this clip somehow.
Just use this clip somehow." Yeah, it's really good. Ah, God. Why are all my friends so cool and fun and funny and talented?
No, you.
No, how does it happen? How does it happen? Can't believe I got the best friends in the world, and they're so talented and funny, make me laugh, make me feel good. They stopped by my stream, which is amazing to me because my streams are dumb as fuck.
No,
your streams are cool. Come on,
your streams are cool.
They're dumb as fuck, and I am amazingly privileged that I can have people as cool as you come hang out with me.
Yo, I'm a walking shit post.
Yo, have you seen my Twitter, Grims? Have you seen my Twitter at all? Grims, I literally stopped my stream an hour ago to scream the words prostitute pussy as loudly as
I was actually in the middle of I hit the clip button and forgot about it while you were out. We were talking. I was like, oh wait, I still have that that half a clip open. It's like, you know what? I'll be nice. I'm not gonna clip that. I mean, still kind of saves it. But it's not like Twitch will save it for a little bit of time, I think.
Sure, they will absolutely still save it. They'll still save that 30 seconds. Whatever you didn't even if you didn't fucking try to make a clip out of it, they'll still save it.
So, I mean,
prostitute pussy is here to stay, everybody. Shout outs to prostitute pussy, everybody. Let's hear it for prostitute pussy. Putting in the work that none of us have done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they've done more work than any of us. So, shout outs to prostitute pussy.
That is true.
If you had a sound redeem, I'd be redeeming the applause. Yeah. You did it. Great job now.
Good on you, prostitute pussy.
Millie, we are shouting out prostitute pussy.
We are shouting out prostitute pussy.
Thank you, Grims. That is gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I can't thank you enough. I know, after the shitty fucking week that I have had. After that shitty, paranoid, I'm gonna die week that I have had. I can't thank everybody enough for coming out and making tonight as amazingly fun and as awesome as it has been. Thank you so much, obviously, for the throne gifts, and obviously thank you so much for coming by and stopping and hanging out and to talk with me and to hang out for just a few minutes, to spend a bit of your precious weekend time with me. I can't, I can't thank you all enough. You all are always far too amazing. The next time we're together, we will probably be playing Booster Blade, which is a very cool itch game that I found from, I think John was the first person I saw that posted about it. But yeah, I want to play Booster Blade. That'll be fun. But just watch Twitter. I'll post about whenever we're gonna play that. It'll be sometime this week. I don't know when it'll be. But for now, I think we're gonna throw things over to Sneefles VT, who is playing The Binding of Isaac, which is one of my favorite games of all fucking time. Great little dungeon crawler. Great little roguelike dungeon crawler. So let's go. Let's go. Raid. How do I do this again? There we go. I'm not too drunk to do raids.
It's okay.
There
I
we
forget
go.
how to do
I did it. I'm so good. Holy shit, I'm so good at Twitch. I can't believe it, everybody. Look at this.
Hell yeah.
I'm so talented. Love you, everybody. You are all amazing. Thank you for coming by and spending your Saturday night with me, whether you were on the show or whether you were in chat hanging out and listening to this stupid bullshit. It just came out of my mouth. Prostitute pussy? Really? Really? Prostitute pussy?
Hey, they were listening.
They were listening
Hey,
for
it's
the
not your fault.
prostitute pussy. Thanks, everybody. You are all amazing. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Night.